We're live. Hello. Happy Friday. Did you miss me? Sorry, guys. I know I said I'd be around last week and then the week of Star Wars, and it was a busy week at work, and I got home and I just I had nothing to give, and I personally I don't want to come on the stream and be like negative or narky because like collecting is something that I love and brings me so much happiness. So if like I just felt like I didn't have any positive energy to give anyone, and I just thought it's probably best not to stream. And I also guess when it's Star Wars centric, I'm like, God, does anybody want to hear anything I have to say? And I was very humbled that so many people had actually messaged and said, like, no, like you still should have streamed. Like we wouldn't have cared if you didn't talk about the Star Wars. So lesson learnt for me. I almost came on and ate snacks while scrolling through photos. I even contemplated like, I'm just gonna scroll through photos and eat, and when that's done, I would have logged off. So it might have been a 15-minute stream, and then I thought, oh, is that going to annoy people more than not streaming? So it is what it is, but we're back, and Howie Claus has given us a bit more of a mixed bag, and JND and InArt have shown us some signs of life, so it's always nice when we're not 100% reliant on hot toys for the news. So, yeah, a lot of things to talk about today. First and foremost, in case I forget later, I know there's female collectors out there. If you are watching, and if you are a mother, happy Mother's Day. In Australia, it is Mother's Day on Sunday. I know Mother's Day has some different dates around the world. In Australia, it is the second Sunday of May. So if you're a female collector and you're watching, first of all, hello, drop me a comment so I know you're out there. And second of all, happy Mother's Day if you are a mother and you're going to be celebrating Mother's Day. I hope your children and your partner do something amazing for you, as they should every day, but doubly so on Mother's Day. All right. We still have quite a few people in the chat, which is lovely. I wasn't sure if people were going to abandon me, because some people try to tell me like consistency is key with streaming. Maybe it is. I don't know. I do my own thing. I don't pretend I know what I'm doing with any of this stuff, guys. I've always been so honest about that with you. I don't know what I'm doing. Uncarded reviews, the first in the comments. JND gets a second chance to impress us with the 6-scale John Wick, and InArt Snape is the next Gandalf. Oh, that's a big call. Can't wait to hear what Stream Duck has to say. Darth Allison needs an avatar too. Darth Allison has an avatar. It's somewhere on my phone. The duck has a name. I call him Quacky Chan. No related to Howard. Not related to Howard. But I call him Quacky Chan, and it's nice because he keeps me company, because I can't rely on Shuri. Like, sometimes she will come, other times she won't. Darth Allison, who knows where she is. So I'm doing this alone, but Quacky Chan, bless his little heart, he's here every stream, keeping me company, and I appreciate him, and I thought he deserved to be on the banner. So at the moment, it's Quacky, me, and Shuri. Allison, I don't know. Maybe. I'll think about it. We've got Kyle Goodwin. Can't watch live, but I will watch the replay. Thank you, Kyle. Well, whenever you're watching, I hope you enjoy, and I hope you've had a great day. Toy Collector, happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday to you. Bring on the snacks, Tim Tam Slam time. Well, we can't Tim Tam Slam every day, but I have to give a shout out to cousin Anthony at Figure Posing Channel. He sent me Dutch snacks that I did bring along for show and tell. I almost made the snacks to eat, but they would have been not quick or easy to do. So cousin Anthony, thank you. He sent me giant Stroop waffle. These are like amazing, like wafer sandwich biscuits that have like a caramel in them. And look, they're huge. These are like the biggest Stroop waffle I've seen. Cousin, thank you. I'm going to enjoy them one day with a cup of tea. And also, cousin Anthony sent me these like chocolate sprinkles, which I was like, oh, we have chocolate sprinkles in Australia, but these chocolate sprinkles are flippin' amazing. You put them on bread with butter, and the sprinkles are like actually quite soft and really chocolatey. Like sprinkles we have here, I feel like are really hard and sugary. And I really loved it because in Australia, we have a thing called fairy bread, which I almost brought fairy bread onto the stream, and I can bring it on. So fairy bread is similar, where it's like white bread and you put butter or margarine, and we put, we call them hundreds and thousands. They're like hard, round little colorful sugar balls. They're like sprinkles, but they're not the long sprinkles. These are long sprinkles, and those Dutch people, so clever. Look at this. It's even got a little spout for pouring out, whereas the hundreds and thousands, they're not packaging these as nicely. And the box tells me there's other kinds of sprinkles, which I'm intrigued by. So Cousin Anthony, thank you, sir. You're an absolute legend. So I have Dutch treats. I feel very special and very lucky. And it took all my willpower last weekend to not spend my entire weekend eating those chocolate sprinkles on bread, like fluffy white bread, bit of butter, the chocolate sprinkles. That's what I was doing when I wasn't streaming. Do you know what else I did when I wasn't streaming? I started taking care of the room. The Batmobile box is gone, guys. I used my time productively. I tried to make an impact on this room, so I'm pretty happy we don't have to look at the Batmobile box anymore. Yay me. Randall's here. Morning, Helen, or maybe good evening. Thanks for streaming. Well, I mean, yeah, thanks to well done for turning up, right? Well, good evening for me, but we say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening because that covers all our time zones, because we've got people everywhere. It still trips me out that there's people from so many different parts of the world that tune in to listen to me natter on about snack food and collecting. So I appreciate everyone who's here. Anthony Stanford, hello all. I'm not a Potter collector, but InArt Snape looks incredible. It does. It looks so good. I also thought it was super interesting that they've done Snape from the Half-Blood Prince, because I think that's the sixth book, like the second last book. I do like that they've done him from a bit of a later movie, so it did make me wonder if they were to do older versions of the kids, would they be from that movie? Would they be from Order of the Phoenix? Because I guess Order of the Phoenix, they're not particularly at Hogwarts, so it'll be really interesting to see the other characters they release, which films are they from? Mike's here. Hey, everyone. Helen, it's okay to make excuses for not wanting to share the spotlight with Alison last week. Look, I almost set up a stream called Star Wars Hour with Miss Alison, and I was just going to point the camera at my cabinets and just not show up. But then I thought that's another great way to annoy your audience. So then I didn't do that. So I had lots of twisted ideas in my head as to what I could do, which made me just think, no, just go to bed, sort out your collection room. AJ's here. Greeting, Helen's and friends. Hope all is well. I'm good, AJ. Hope you are too. Happy Friday. Thanks for coming along. If I'm being honest, I was looking to see if you could get that much Star Wars into 60 seconds like the week before. Look, I could have, but again, I feel like I would have been just such a negative Nelly, and I'm like, that's not the energy that I want to bring. I don't think anybody wants that. So yeah, as I said, I almost just showed pictures and I would have been eating the chocolate sprinkle bread and just not even speaking. And again, I was like, well, who actually wants to watch that? No one. If someone was tuning in for the first time, they're going to be like, who the hell is this chick? She just eats. She's not even talking. So it is what it is. Blurred Dad Lives here. Hi, Helen. Great to see you. Mother's Day is Sunday in the US too. Oh, that's cool. I'm grateful to my mum and wife as they have enabled or endured my collecting interests. Oh, well, that's lovely. They sound like great women. That's so cool. Because maybe it's the United Kingdom that has a different Mother's Day. I feel like maybe in the UK they have Mother's Day in March. I just know it's not the same everywhere. So it's good to know it's the same in the US. So thank you for sharing that. Dr. No, hi, Helen. Hope life is treating you well. Yeah, I've got Dutch snacks. Life's pretty good. How are you, Dr. No? I hope you're doing well. Mike says Stroop Waffles, nice callback figure posing channel. Stroop Waffles are so good. like the weather starting to get cooler here, particularly at night. So I can just picture myself, nice cup of tea, stroop waffle. It's going to be amazing. Thanks, Cousin Anthony, for your contributions to the snack stream. Always. Cousin Anthony, he's a good dude, seriously. Hi from Canada. Well, hello, Martin. How are you? I was in Canada last year. Whereabouts are you in Canada? I was actually just thinking earlier before I streamed, like, I didn't really have a winter last year because I was in the US and Canada for most of what is winter here. So I do wonder at times if I'm feeling the cold a little bit more because it has been a while since I have had winter. I have friends everywhere, RIP and/or. I don't know what that means. Sorry. I am watching The Last of Us, though, believe it or not. I do actually watch some things. I do watch stuff now and then, guys. Hello, Helen. It's great to be back in chat figures. Hello, Aaron. Nice to see you again. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, I feel like I can actually chat about the stuff today. So I do feel very excited when I feel like I can actually contribute to the conversation. The Broke Collector says, a cabinet live stream would be awesome. We'd all just sit there waiting for Shuri to walk by. Yeah, look, Shuri loves to jump in a cabinet. She recently jumped in with Bane and the camo tumbler, cheeky monkey. And when she was really little, she jumped into one of my detoffs because she wanted to meet Deadpool and Wolverine. So yeah, she's a little menace, but I love her. I did contemplate that once, because I wanted to do like a collection tour. And then I kind of thought, like, could I do it as like a live stream, like instead of like pre-recording and editing it? Because I do have like a gimbal. Like, I can't promise it would be the steadiest footage in the world. But I had contemplated that at one stage. But then I also feel like when I have filmed my cabinets, like even these glass cabinets, I take the doors off, which always freaks me out because I always worry if they fall and break, I am doomed. But I do that to get a better like view of the figures. So then I'm going, if I was doing it live, I couldn't do that. But one day I will do a collection tour. I keep procrastinating on my next video, and I need to do another video soon because this is just becoming a streaming channel, which was not my intent, but lol. I can't remember if I've seen the live stream collection tour. Could be fun. Bob kind of did one when we were on Collectors Unite. He was showing us all his customs and stuff like that, which was super cool. I'm also really mindful of I am not a tall person, and this cabinet is like 2.9 meters, which I'm pretty sure is 6'10". So for me to give you a good view of the Avengers, I probably need to be on a step ladder. I also have detoffs on the Expedite cubes, and they'd probably be the same. So I feel like could be a great idea, could be the worst idea I've ever had. I don't know. I have friends everywhere is a quote from Star Wars show Andor. I know, but then the guy said RIP Andor, so I didn't know, like, did Andor die? Like, if the show's named Andor, surely he doesn't die. I don't know. That's right, I do remember seeing Bob's collection that way, man. My memory sucks. No, it was a long time ago, and, there's a lot of streams, things like that. I remember because I was on the show and we specifically had Bob on to talk about customs because he is so knowledgeable about customs. He, has made so many amazing figures. I got to visit Bob last year when I was in the US, and his collection is incredible. So, yeah, he was very kind to do a bit of a show and tell on the stream. And yeah, it's a lot. Like, even in person, I was like, I didn't know what to look at first. It was amazing. It is amazing. I just look at all the stuff he has, and it's very, very cool. Big Rib. Hello, Helen. What's up, everyone? Well, I'm good. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm in Ontario. I haven't made it to Australia so far, but I did pre-order my Batman Returns Hot Toys figure from Sugo Toys there. Oh, that's cool. I sadly didn't make it to the east coast of Canada. I was pretty much on the west coast for about 3 weeks. But yeah, Sugo Toys, no, they're based in Sydney. They actually have just opened like a second retail store. So they have 2 stores in Sydney, which is very cool. I was a bit bummed because when they opened their first Sydney store, I was over in Sydney and I would have been there when it opened, but then the opening got delayed and I didn't get to check it out, which was a bit of a bummer. And I am eyeing something off from there at the moment. I haven't bought anything from them as yet, but I know Iron Logan has bought quite a few things from Sugo, and they said really good things about them. So I feel like very soon I'll be making a substantial purchase there. As a DC collector, I'm feeling neglected. Look, that's the life of a DC collector, Anthony. It's a bit slim pickings. And I'm still waiting for the DX32. Like, the estimated arrival time of like the next wave of figures for our Australian distributor was meant to be the 30th of April, and that's when the Joker was meant to be arriving. And it has not arrived. It is the 9th of May. And I saw that Joker get released when I was in Hong Kong, which was like mid-November. So we're edging towards 6 months, which is a very long gap between a Hong Kong release and an Australian release. This is not typical. So it's testing my patience a little bit because also I haven't gotten anything new in a while, and I feel like that's when you get like itchy fingers and you want to start buying stuff just because you want to buy something. So it's taking a lot of restraint on my part not to buy something else just to plug the gap. Like, I'm trying to be restrained because my space is at a premium. I was even looking at some figures I might potentially sell to make more room. But yeah, it's a hard life for a DC collector at the moment. Hopefully we've got season 2 of Peacemaker soon. We've got Superman soon. Hopefully the figure gods. Or Howie, keep doing. Give me a Ra's al Ghul for the 20th anniversary of Batman Begins. I feel like I say that every week, Howie. Give me something. Give Koya. Give me something. Okay. Here, good morning, afternoon, evening, fellow collectors. That's exactly what we say. It's finally Friday. What did everyone get this week? I got Jake Sully from Avatar 2 from Pop Culture. No tariff. So nice. And Maya was from ATSV from, I'm guessing that's Sideshow. Across the Spider-Verse? That must be Across the Spider-Verse. That's cool. I've seen Avatar figures in person at Secret Base. They're very cool. And good that there's no tariffs from Pop Culture. I thought it was interesting, though, because I have been monitoring the prices on Pop Culture because I know that Sideshow has been, is it 6% that they're charging as like a tariff fee? So I have been trying to monitor the prices on Pop Culture to see if there's any fluctuation because there's a few things I want to pre-order. So I was thinking, I should do that sooner than later in case the price jumps up. And the thing that surprised me was Pop Culture for the longest time had the Batman Begins 2.0 figure, the old convention exclusive. It was $3.90 Australian. And that figure had gone through multiple 20% off sales. So I was very surprised. That figure is on the website, not in stock, but now it's for pre-order. And they say more stock coming, I think it might be in June. And the price has gone up from $3.90 Australian to $4.80 Australian. And I was like, what is behind that? Like, is that tariffs? Is that... And I messaged Pop Culture and I was trying to be a bit cheeky to find out. And they didn't really want to give me any information. They're like, prices go up, prices go down. And I'm like going, but you've never had an older release hot toy like this. We then marked it up like $90 because honestly, at that price point, I'm going, it's cheaper to pre-order the Cleany Batman or the Keaton Returns or the Keaton Modern Suit. It's interesting to me. So I have been trying to watch the price situation to see if we do get some kind of impact of the tariffs here. But yeah, I mean, what did everyone get this week? Did people get stuff? Let me know. Let me live vicariously through you. I'm getting nothing. I got some parts from Toy Anxiety. I wanted to change the bodies on my Topo Kit Bash John Wick figures. And I need another pair of John Wick shoes because it's that different foot peg. And every time they release them on Toy Anxiety, they just, like today they had them and I was on there as quick as I could because it's quite early in the morning when they restock. And those shoes were nowhere to be found. So I have one John Wick that has no shoes and it's very sad. That's funny. I never thought I'd be in that DC camp, but since ordering Supergirl from The Flash, she's my first and hopefully only DC figure, the Weight Killer. Did you order from Pop Culture? I don't know if that's been released here. I don't think it has been. We're so behind on releases here. Batman Collectibles is here. Good evening, Helen. I just bought a secondhand Flash. Oh, no, I just bought a second Flash Keaton just cause. The Struggle. That's cool. It's a nice figure. I've been contemplating that myself. I just don't know where I would put it. So I've been resisting. Raymond's here. Hi, Raymond. I know exactly what you mean. It was normally 4 or 5 months between Hong Kong release and getting it retail in the Netherlands. Now it's close to 7 months, 8 camp strike in Antwerp. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, typically like 3-ish months. Sometimes if we're lucky, something might sneak in closer to the 2-month time frame. But like 6 months is like COVID times when like stuff was just not shipping and it was just things weren't coming into the country. So it's very unusual, very unusual. I did not think I would be in May and that the figure hasn't even reached the Australian distributor as yet. I'm like checking their website every day to see if it's arrived and it has not, and it bums me out. Toy Collector, I'm there with you, still waiting for my Paul Atreides from Pop Culture, and my indie was ordered there too. I won't be getting anything new for a while. Yeah, it's interesting with Pop Culture and InArt because I was very fortunate that when InArt was on Will's stream and Kiko had done a call out for questions, I actually said to him, can you ask InArt about their distribution to their official resellers? Because with the Superman figure, it felt like Pop Culture got it quite a bit after other retailers that were resellers. But InArt did explain that Pop Culture only uses sea freight and pretty much until the container's full, it doesn't get sent on. So it unfortunately feels like even though Pop Culture is official retailer and InArt does have the distribution rights in Australia and New Zealand, just the way Pop Culture receives things, which is the same with Hot Toys, it just takes a while. And that's why with like Hot Toys releases here, we don't get that steady drip feed. You get to 15 figures dropping in one go, and then there'll be nothing for like 2 months. That's just the way collecting is here in Australia, sadly. Helen, I'm still hoping for a new Reeves Superman, and I kick myself for not getting Bane 2.0. DC gets the short end of the stick. And Bane 2.0 is amazing. I got very lucky to pick one up. When I was in Hong Kong, I could not find it anywhere. I even looked on like Carousel, couldn't find it. I got very lucky that a couple came in stock at Pop Culture and I was able to get one. And I put the new one in my main display. And just the size of it is so impressive. It's like such a huge upgrade on the original. I've put the original in this cabinet with the camo tumbler. But yeah, the new, I hope you can find it. I got my fingers crossed for you that you can track it down. Sideshow is charging 6%. Yes, okay, that right. Paid my first tariffs from Sideshow, $18 for Flash and Darth Maul 2.0, which are arriving soon. It's interesting that they're just charging that flat 6% across the board. I do wonder what will happen, because there was, talks of I saw, trying to remember which website it was. Maybe it might have been Toys Buying Agent, which talked about there's the tariffs and an import fee. And then from this time, the import fee will be like $200. So hopefully now that the US and China are talking, something can get sorted out, because the way things are distributed, and even with the latest batch, I'm like, is it something to do with these issues with tariffs? Is stuff getting held onto? I don't know. Keep pop cultures on their toes, Helen. Look, I always will ask the question. People might say no or tell me to get lost, but you don't ask, you don't get. So sometimes they're good with info, other times they're not. I thought it was hilarious that they're like, sometimes prices go up, sometimes they go down. And I'm like, okay, you're being a bit silly buggers here, because it's not typical for a very old figure that you're struggling to sell to then get restocked at a much higher price. That I can't remember that ever happening on their website before. So it was very peculiar to me. Also got to begin that came with Action Zoo cape and cowl. Good week for me. Oh, nice. You did get some cool stuff. Everybody's getting stuff at me. I found it curious and appreciate that PC March, that figure was manufactured in Australia, not China. Oh, did they? It's interesting though, because you can do the customs declarations online now. Because when you do them in person, you just say the item and you give it a value. And I recently did one online, and it also asked me like country of origin, and I'm like, I was sending like Tim Tams to someone, and I was going, I don't know, and I just put Australia, because I'm like, I don't know where these are made. And I've also packaged up the box. I'm not unpacking the box to look at packets. So good on your pop culture. I paid off my Captain Picard, so that's shipping from Sideshow, and my friend gifted me a Mark 47. I'm still in shock over that. Wow, that's a pretty cool friend. Goodness. I don't have anyone giving me Iron Man figures. That's awesome. Not usually into third-party figures, but Mars Toys 60 Batman figures have won me over. Yeah, they look really cool. I have the Joker, and I'm hoping that the Two-Face isn't too far away. So yeah, that's cool. I did order Supergirl from Pop Culture. Yeah. She's probably on the same boat as my Joker. That's all I can say to you. Is Batman Begins 3.0 too much to hope for? Look, never say never with Hot Toys. They did the DX19, and I don't think people were expecting so soon after they'd do a new Batman with the armories. So 20th anniversary, like I want to hope that maybe they get another one. I don't know. Never say never with Howard. Helen, do you know when Pop Culture will have another sale? Typically, they will do a sale for the end of financial year, which in Australia is the 30th of June. So if you're keeping an eye out for the sale, that would most likely be the next time. They were a little bit cheeky, though, with their Easter sale, in that things that were already discounted were excluded, which for the figures they have at like $1.99 Australian, fair play. But there was figures that they reduced by like $20 or $30. And I am wondering if they did that to make them exempt from the 20% off. Because I was ready to go in and buy Kane, and then because they had reduced it by $30, was not part of the sale, which I thought was a little bit cheeky and disappointing. So it was a shame, as I said, and there was a couple of other figures that were newer, and I did wonder if that was a little bit of a tactic to reduce the price slightly, so they weren't going to be 20% off. But as I said, if something's already hundreds of dollars off, I can respect that. Like if something's in what they call the Space Hogger sale section, I can totally respect those items not being privy to the extra 20% off. But when something's still $450, it's like, come on, guys. I think depending on how long the holdout goes between the US and China, that 6% charge could change. Let's hope we don't have to get to that point. Yeah, I hope not too. I agree. I got the Arthur Fleck figure from InArt. Cool. Bought separately from a seller on eBay with all accessories and stair base. Absolutely amazing figure. And the head sculpt is menacing. Oh, that's cool. That's a nice pickup. AJ says depends on how it's imported. Currently, if it's a company importing, it's 145% more, and that's how most imports are. If it's just a normal person and under 800, it used to be free. That's the de minimis, right? Didn't they take that away? Now it will be 120% or $100 based on the carrier's decision. It will hit 200 in June. That must be what I saw, AJ, because I saw one website saying like there was the import fee and that was going up. And I just went, wow, like, could you imagine if you bought, like, I often will buy like kit bash parts and stuff from like Hong Kong websites, and you're getting plugged with like a $200 import fee for something that's maybe like $50. It's crazy. And that's for people who buy directly and get them shipped to you. Yeah, and I felt like I read something that said even if the sender declares it as a gift, they may still decide. So if you were like, oh, I'm going to get stuff sent here and get someone to send it to me and say it's a gift, that they might still charge you, which again is a bit rough. So I think we all got our fingers crossed this gets sorted out. Clinton Martin's here. Howdy, folks. Howdy to you, Clinton. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Dr. No, still waiting for the June figure directly from InArt. Oh, interesting. I had wondered if the Paul and the Ron Weasley, more specifically, were fully released. I'm assuming Joker 4-packs and whatnot will take a while. But it's interesting. Did you get the sculpted or the rooted? Has the sculpted even been released? I don't know. I have to be honest. I feel like I tuned out of some of that stuff because I'm waiting to see like when I start seeing the comments like these, because they were so like, oh, look at us. We released them in, was it December? And I just thought, I want to know when you stop sending out those 4-packs, because I think that could be quite a time to get all those out the door. AJ says, yes, to my knowledge, there is no legal way around it. It makes me nervous. They're letting the carrier pick and not us, or just saying whatever is more. Yeah, that sucks. That's because that's rough. Like, as I said, if you're like ordering like a clothing kit for a 1/6 kit, and let's say it's like $80, and then it's like, oh no, we choose to like sting you 200 US because it's after like the 1st of June. That's not cool. At least it's not both combined like we thought it would be, looking at the bright side. Well, small bright side, but yeah, hopefully now the conversations are happening, things might get resolved soon. Ash Chase is here. What's up, plastic crackheads? Ash, I have pictures of something I think you might be interested in. Give me 2 ticks, guys. The cold weather brings the sniffles, which is not fun. I have a lot of slides and a lot of things to talk about. So we're already half an hour in. So this could be a long one, folks. Strap in. This could go for a while. Don't accidentally buy a $10 cable from Amazon that's made in China. That would be a surprise. Well, that's my thing, because like, I feel like in the US, there is a lot of buying online from Amazon. I don't feel like that's as prolific here. So I do kind of go like those small consumable things that you probably wouldn't even think about. Like, oh, I'll Amazon it and it'll be here next day. Like, it impacts so many things. Like, I was listening to like a Wall Street Journal podcast, and it's an American company, and they manufacture like cleaning related things like dish drying racks and whatnot. And like they were saying, like if you start adding all these tariffs to them, like our products are not in any way competitively priced. So it's interesting. Lots of slides, clearing my schedule for the next 3 hours. God. Helen, something for me. Yeah, there's an announcement. I think you'll be interested in, Ash. Hang by. 24-hour live stream, guys. I know you keep suggesting it, but I would be asleep. Shuri would probably be like licking my hair because she likes to try to groom me sometimes. No one wants 24 hours of Helen, let me tell you. Let me get the slides up. Let's talk about some newsy news because, guys, this person's still missing. William Wang. One man's hobby. Missing since the 25th of March 2025. Pretty much been AWOL for most of 2025. And if you've been watching this stream, you know I've been keeping you up to date with the shenanigans of William Wang and One Man's Hobby. And things, like when I think there's no more twists and turns, there's more twists and turns. And I feel like I don't see enough people talking about this. I also saw someone try to post about One Man's Hobby in like the collector base group. Bit of a PSA, and that got deleted very quickly. I don't know what's up with collector's base and One Man's Hobby, because there's a couple of times that people have tried to ask the question or give a warning, and they're very quick to take it down. What's up with that? I don't know. William Wang, he runs this website, One Man's Hobby. This is going to be a very quick, truncated history. He also runs this Facebook group. The Facebook group has been in existence for a number of years. A lot of people have bought from him, and they've been happy with him. In recent history, we've seen lots of periods of time where William goes absent. No one hears from him. He doesn't pay his customers the courtesy of telling them he's going to be away, but he's got his loyal group of followers that don't worry, it's okay, that's just Will. Will's pretty much been absent for most of 2025. So he typically does take a break for Chinese New Year. That break was a lot bigger this time around, and the group descended into anarchy. And lots of people shared stories that were very alarming. We're talking about people that had like 42 pre-orders with the guy and couldn't get him to return a message. We're talking people that were waiting for replacement parts for high-end, like $5,000 statues, that he was not responding to them and they were going to miss out on a replacement part. We've got people who bought display cases from him because he was flogging off display cases from China. They came with damaged parts. This person couldn't get the missing and damaged parts they needed for their display cabinet. So lots of people, lots of concern. William pops up on the 22nd of February with what I still think is a bit of a flippant comment back on Facebook from Self-Discovery Journey. Everyone can relax. Going through messages, we'll post new arrivals later tonight. So this post popped up. The thread where a lot of people were commenting, deleted. I talk about a lot of those comments in my stream with the John Wick unboxing. So if you're just here for the first time and going, what is she talking about? What's going on? My John Wick unboxing stream has quite a comprehensive rundown, and I share a lot of the comments from people that were very concerning. So this message pops up, but then William disappears again. So then we get the 22nd of March, a month later. No explanation as to where he's been. No apology, no anything. The guy, to me, doesn't strike me as having a lot of respect for his customer base. Hi all, I should address most messages. Bad England. Anyone I missed, just send me a PM and I will get back to you. New listings POs will be put up from today. So this is the 22nd of March. So William pops up for 3 days and he's just making sales posts, like trying to catch up on old times, trying to collect those PO deposits. And people that were questioning or saying, yeah, I don't know that I'm going to pre-order from you. I'm going to wait to see that you actually stick around. Those comments were getting deleted pretty quickly. I have mentioned this across a few live streams. I'm not going to rehash the whole history. So he makes this post, sales post pop up. 25th of March, nothing. We have not seen or heard from him since. It is now the 9th of May. So obviously the people that have a lot of pre-orders with him, like he's been taking artisan figure pre-orders, like a lot of people, because they had trust in him, thought this guy was their friend, were making steady payments on all their POs, and they can't even get a message from the guy. So I'm just going to share some of people's experiences of what they're saying has allegedly happened with him, because it's gotten interesting, folks. So people say, and I've blocked out people's names because it's a private group. So I do want to respect people's privacy. So that's why the black is where I've redacted people's names. So this person says, in the past, I've never had any issues with ordering with William, but I thought I would take the opportunity to have all my orders added to my account on the One Man Hobby website to make everything a bit more transparent. In doing so, I asked them when an order I had paid for fully 3 weeks ago would be shipped, and I got this response. This is quite a worrying response, not only for William's safety whereabouts, but for all members of this group. It seems the website are only shipping orders that are confirmed by William, but as they can't reach him, the order won't be shipped. That's how I took their response. Has anyone had a similar answer or know anything about the current situation? And they've included the email from One Man's Hobby. And my understanding is the person answering these emails is apparently William's mum. Maybe it's William. Who knows? Maybe he's not missing. We don't know. Hi. Thanks for reaching out. We're trying our best to help. We send a list of orders that need to be shipped as soon as possible to him, being William, but we haven't got any response. As mentioned previously, William is overseas. We are a bit worried as we haven't reached him for several days. We hope everything is okay and your order can be shipped soon. We will let you know as soon as we get any responses from William. So this is the thing, and this is the thing I experienced when I asked for refunds. It was like, oh, no, we need to check with William. We've got to get William's okay. So this is where I'm like, is this William? Because like they never sign a name. Is it William? Isn't it William? There's many people in the group that believe the person answering the website inquiries is William's mum. So this guy, when he saw this thing of William's missing, he's emailed and reported William missing to government minister's office. I know a bit of backstory between this guy and William, but it's not my story to share. But let's just say promises were made to him that were not kept by William. And he was like, if you don't keep your promise, I'm going to report you anywhere I can. So this was interesting. When the website said he's missing, we can't get in touch with him. He's like, cool, I'm going to go to the authorities and express my concern that an Australian citizen overseas is in trouble. I'm not playing games. You certainly are not playing games, sir. This same person, I've just spent an hour speaking with Katie over the phone, William's ex-partner. Don't say I didn't warn any of you. I suggest putting in a dispute with your banks and getting funds back. And that screenshot is showing that they had a 1-hour messenger call between the two of them. So someone says, what is the outcome of the call? Is he missing? Let's just say he doesn't give a toss and that it's his mum behind the emails of the website trying to hold the business up for him, doing her best, and it's likely not going to last. Recommend getting your funds back ASAP. He's very unstable as well as business. He was aware he owes many thousands of dollars and is in over his head, allegedly. So on the back of this, people then started emailing going, we'd like a refund, we'd like a refund. And everybody kept getting this cookie cutter response. Hi, thanks for reaching out. We understand your concerns. I love this. I love this deflection, and it's not her son's fault. The situation got worse all of a sudden, probably because the announcement we posted on the website yesterday, temporary pause on new orders. We did that because William is overseas. He looks after all the shipments and we cannot guarantee delivery time. We want to protect our customers. But some guys overinterpreted and overreacted with bad posts on social media. Unhappy face. William is overseas and we have limited access to him. He's the only person that can refund your money. We are doing our best to help customers like you, and we hope William can either deliver your order or refund your money. Thanks for your patience and understanding. Well, we've got no choice. But this is what makes me laugh. Like, they've used on the website, they've put this temporary pause on new orders, and they've said because of the tariffs. So whether that's true or not true, the one thing I like about this is no one can order from this website. Are people still potentially sending him deposits directly? Maybe, because I know when he did the sales post for the 2.0 of the So-So Toys Mr. Freeze, there were people in the comments going, hey, I've paid you the deposit. Can you confirm? So people have just come to trust this guy so much that they just send the deposit. They don't even wait to get some, yep, I've locked in your thing, send the deposit now. They're just sending him money. And I'm concerned, guys. I'm concerned. So then, this is utter BS. I too received the same word-for-word reply. I provided all they needed to refund me also. All the screenshots of what paid when, and all I got was the cut and paste reply in return. If there's a legal case filed, count me in, or I might have to explore legal options myself, possibly. I'm tired of all the excuses and being dragged out. Also, FYI, I have emailed his mum 6 times since April 28 asking why my TMS 118 has had a tracking number but doesn't seem to be posted, and I get the same response that they are having trouble getting hold of the courier/warehouse. This now appears to be BS also. Distribution is solely on William, no distribution. I got the same response as well as them explaining that they shipped all their artisan Anakins to the US because of the tariffs, but in no way addressed any of my questions, concerns. Why did they send all their Anakins to the US? That makes no sense, because you would have, like, there's a lot of Australians in this group. Why are you sending it from Asia to the US? Like, you should send that directly here. Got the exact same response. Same guy. I think this is all horse, you know what. I don't think William is missing as his mum claims. I think it's most likely William who updated the website that they aren't taking any more orders, and I think he's gotten himself into money trouble. Allegedly. This is what this person alleges. I know he's been busy setting up a confinement center business for women who have recently given birth in Singapore last November, and if I was a betting man, which I'm not, I'd say he's used our money to set up his business, and that's gone under, and with all of it, the money from his group. My patience is all but worn out at this point. Clearly the tracking number for my Ahsoka, which was never sent a month ago, was BS along with all the other lies told. Like many of you, I called William a friend. We chatted on Messenger, not just sales, and he's gone and done this to everyone. Comes again to put up some pre-orders and disappears again. That's some Toys Wonderland BS right there. I'll thank him to take down my group Facebook banner photo of my Avengers 2. Most of which were purchased through William. What a kick in the gut saying that every time. If he's actually overseas, there's no business to come back to. This one is in tatters. Oh, I black out, guys. My bad. That's some bad copy and paste. For the record, there's no enjoyment in doing this. I at one point trusted Will for all it was worth, but it's gone out the door. A current affair, which is it's a TV show in Australia. A lot of times people will report like dodgy retailers, builders, whatever, to get investigated. A current affair has been mailed today regards to William Wang and One Man's Hobby. Enough of the ghosting. Plenty of people are wanting their money back. Time to push for it hard. Too many people are out thousands. They have too many different stories of what's taking place or going on. Lies, fake tracking numbers, people are not receiving their in-stock items, being ghosted. Some people are 10,000 plus in the hole, far out. How can anyone defend this bloke? Yes, at one point I would have vouched for him. I've spent thousands and thousands. 6K life-size bus, 5 to 7 a year. Statues of all sizes from the many supplies that he represents. I will not vouch for someone after they pull a stunt like this. I've called this out for over 12 months, trying to protect the wider community. I've been laughed at, told by many to F off, lied to, ganged up on, when no one had the guts to say it. 12 months on and look what's happening. look at the very people, look at the very many people out there that own thousands and thousands. This is all stuff I warned many of. They refuse to listen, and as a result, they find themselves in the situation they're in now. Oh, yeah. So enough of this BS. We all work hard for our items. Speak up for people who can't for themselves. It's an old-fashioned value of look after your members. Me so much. Oh, well, yeah. If he elects to ghost his customers from us on end, stuff it. Enough is enough. And this is him showing that he has submitted a thing to a current affair to say, hey, there's this guy, he's running a business, it's all a bit dodgy. I think you should look into it. So there's a lot of people in his Facebook group that are on YouTube. I've said this a number of times. I don't see many people talking about it. So I feel the need to bring this up because I feel like there's people still hurting from Toys Wonderland and how much money they got screwed out of for the Toys Wonderland palaver. And I can just imagine that in the wake of Toys Wonderland, there would have been so many people going, William Wang, go to One Man's Hobby. They're great. Like, you can pre-order through them. You can trust the guy. So when I feel like the community hasn't fully recovered from the Toys Wonderland fallout, to then have another reseller ghost people, we've got people like alleging tracking numbers that don't appear to be real. We've got people showing that they have had interactions with him where they're just not getting responses. Like, it's a concern for me. It's a concern for me. I don't want to see more people out money. And as I say, the one blessing in all this is that they're not taking orders through the website anymore. But so many people are saying, I've paid him with like credit from PayPal. I don't even think I can dispute that. And it's such a shame. It's such a shame that people thought this was their friend, thought this was someone they can trust. And so many people are like, when did you last hear from him? I sent him a message, doesn't even read it. It's crazy to me, guys. I just feel like I can't not talk about this. I don't want people to get screwed over. I don't want people to lose money. Like, all the things that are going on with interest rates, inflation, cost of living. And yeah, like this hobby's not a necessity in life, but it might be something where, you know, you're saving up money because you want to buy some premium statue of your favorite character. And you're going, you know what, I'm going to give this guy like $50 a week till I pay it off. And he's potentially like, you're not getting your item and you're not hearing back from the guy. And are you going to get your money back? It's a really sad state of affairs. And that's why, like, these turns that have taken today with, you know, whoever's answering these website queries alleging that he's overseas and they can't get in touch with him. He's, you know, the person who provided the transcript of the conversation with the partner saying, oh, he doesn't care. Like, this is a concern, everyone. Like, wow, he's still missing. It's becoming Where's Wally? I saw in an Australian group someone started calling him Toys Wangerland, and I was like, oh, has a nice ring to it. I know we've said this before, but I can't help hearing Deadpool's voice in my head where I see, have you seen this man? That might be where I got it from. I just got charged a tariff impact fee of $29.70 on top of a $29.37 shipping fee from Sideshow collectibles for Artisan Jack Sparrow. That postage seems cheap for Sideshow. I can't believe how much I paid for John Wick shipping Wang Watch. Yeah. I just checked One Man's Hobby site as I have the Drifter set on order there, and there's a pop-up that says there's a pause on new orders until further notice. Yeah, I mean, I personally had some So-So toy figures on pre-order with William, and when this started back in February, I have secured those pre-orders elsewhere because I don't trust that the guy's going to deliver, and I don't want to miss out on those So-So Toys figures. If it's the Topo Drifter set, I do know that Giant Toy has that up for pre-order. I can't endorse the guy, and I bought from him for a long time. I was not pre-ordering Hot Toys, but I was pre-ordering things like So-So Toys. I had bought in-stock Hot Toys, and things were fine for a long time. But even I started to notice last year, like, you'd send him a message and you just wouldn't get a reply. Like, months would go past and you just don't hear from the guy. But when it's time to give him some money, he's suddenly there. So it's a concern. So much BS. This is why I don't buy overseas. He's in Sydney, Ash. This is the thing. He's an Aussie as well. He's a dude in Sydney, allegedly. Wow, someone went as far as to report him missing to the authorities. Good for them. Well, I think this is the thing. That guy had said to him, like, you need to stop going AWOL. Like, you need to keep turning up. And William made all these promises. And the guy had said to him, if you don't keep your promises, I will start reporting you to places. And this is in the website saying he's overseas and we can't get in contact with him. So he's gone, cool, I'll report the guy missing. So stuff is going to get potentially interesting. And, like, if you're going to turn up again, now's the time, dude. Seriously. Yep. Gritted teeth, 100%. Wow, can people send me money? I mean, do you want to be liked? Because if not, set up a reseller thing and do a William Wang. Who sets up a company and doesn't authorize anyone else to do anything for that store? Like, shouldn't there just be one person as a backup, regardless of who or where the shop is? And that's the thing, AJ, because even in the Facebook group, he's the only admin. And the partner, who some people believe is like an ex-partner, not business partner, like romantic partner, they're in the group and they're not even an admin. So this is what gets me. Like, even for them to be like, yeah, we need to check with William before we send you an order, even though you have all this proof of messages between you and William. And this is why some people were trying to get their orders direct with William added to the One Man Hobbies website, thinking, well, there's a formal record. But I don't know to what end or benefit that really is right now. But yeah, that's the thing as well. And even I had someone, I was talking to someone from the group today, and they were like, oh, I wonder if things are actually in his name. And, like, in Australia, if you set up your business under a company structure, it does, like, limit your personal liability. So what's going on behind the scenes, like, I would just be hypothesizing, but that's another concern as well, that he's gone. He still left this website running, and it takes 2 seconds. Like, there was public holidays in Hong Kong, and I went to the Giant Toy website, big banner, we are on holiday. It takes no effort to pop in your Facebook group to be like, guys, I'm not going to be that present for the next couple of months. That's what I'm saying. Like, so when I say hear people say he doesn't care anymore, like, his actions of not being present and not responding to people, they kind of back that up. Like, I don't understand the few people that are still vouching for him. I'm like, based on what? Like, why? I think collectors should investigate any and all ways to get authorities involved. Maybe collectors could get together and hire a private investigator to find him. Well, it'll be interesting because a lot of these people are in Australia. So that's where his business is registered. His business registration has a very public address because it's part of it, you leave a business address. So sounds like he's done a runner and living it up. Well, anyways, the Everyday Collector's here. Hey everyone, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Thank you for coming to hang out. Helen, we don't use that company name here. It's like saying he should not be named. I know, but my whole thing is like there was a whole group set up about, like, scammed by Toys Wonderland, and you still see posts in it now and then, and people it just upsets me. I feel like there's still a fallout from that. So to have another, and as I said, like, I can just picture so many people, like, when Toys Wonderland happened, going, oh, One Man's Hobby, they're so great, you should buy from him. And I just hate that, like, potentially for some collectors, they're in this horrible cycle where they've put their faith in a company and they've been given the rough end of the stick, let's say, and then they've maybe gone to this guy because he was taking pre-orders for like for Jazz Inc. Catwoman. Artisan figures. Like there was people in the group saying like, I've pre-ordered multiple artisan figures from the guy. Makes me so sad. Mad Planet. Hi, Helen and chat. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Thank you for coming along. Just jump back in. We're talking about the Mr. Wang of this. Yeah. Toys Wangerland, as someone in Australia is calling him. Yeah. It's a worry. Cousin Anthony. Snack time and chats with Cousin Helen. Cousin Anthony. I showed people the snacks you sent me. Look. I was telling people about the sprinkles and the stroop waffle. It's taken all my willpower not to just eat the chocolate sprinkles on bread for like every meal. Seriously, they're delicious. Sydney, really, wow, that's worse. Yeah, the guy's in Australia, man. He's here. Yep, no more overseas purchases, DX Collectibles. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. In today's day and age, there's no reason to be unreachable when you're overseas. Very suspicious. That's my thing, Anthony. Like, I work in digital communications. Like, I know how quick and easy it is to put a banner on your website and a post on social media. So these absences of a month plus, there's really no excuse. It takes 2 seconds to go into the Facebook group to go, hey guys, I'm dealing with some stuff. I'm not going to be around. If there's something really urgent, contact the website. If it's you've received something and it's broken or whatever, general queries will get handled when they get handled. It's really no effort. So this is my thing, like him, the way he's then returned and the comments he's made, and there's no explanation or no apology. Like, to me, this doesn't strike me as someone that cares about his business and his reputation. Personally. So, guys, I just wanted to share that. I keep seeing posts on Reddit. I see stuff in the group. I apologize to the person whose name I did not cover up. That is very embarrassing on my part. I think because I resized the image, the thing changed. So apologies. Let's talk about some newsy news. Let's talk about some figure fun. This guy shady as F, and you're right to call him out. A legit person would have been issuing refunds. Well, this is my thing, Mike, and I admit I don't watch every YouTube stream. But I know there's a lot of YouTubers in his group. And I have been told that he was offering people free figures in return for promotion. So if other people have called him out on their streams, thank you. But there's a lot of people in that group that I see that I know are on YouTube that I don't see saying anything. And as I said, when I saw people trying to post in collector base, and those posts get deleted, what is going on? Why does no one want to talk about this? I don't understand. I guess that's my thing. I just want to give you the information. So, like, if you're going to pre-order, you know what the situation with this guy. If you have a pre-order with him, like, I'm not, like, you need to choose what you want to do. Do you want to wait it out? Do you want to pursue a chargeback? Do you want to push for a refund? Like, only you can decide that. I'm just trying to present information to help people make really informed decisions about either where they spend their money or if they want to choose to recoup their money. That's my objective in this. As I said, I had some deposits with him. When I asked for a refund, he was playing silly buggers of, oh, what? I don't understand. Why do you want a refund? It's like, really? Like, dude, where are you? Like, you're never here. You're not running your business. And I went, the best thing I can do, I'm going to put those NRDs down over at a reputable business, and I'm just going to draw a line in the sand. But I'm going to share with my people the shenanigans because I want people to be informed and know what's going on. Let's talk about some newsy news. Ash Chase, are you still there? Look, it's Juggernaut. It's Juggernaut from Deadpool 3. He's made by a company that I've never heard of called End Eye Toys. END and then the letter I. I'm not familiar with End Eye Toys. I don't know if anybody has ever bought a figure from End Eye Toys. If you have, let us know. What was it like? What was the quality? If you're watching the replay, let me know. So we've got the Juggernaut from Deadpool 3, and he comes with 2 different head sculpt options. So we've got the helmeted version here, and then we've got the non-helmeted version here. So you've got some display options for your Juggernaut figure. Look, it is a jointed body. It's third party. I think fair enough. Particularly if you want to pose this guy, that's not gonna work. So we have the Juggernaut figure, and this is what you're getting. It's a pretty tall-bodied figure at 34 centimeters. As I said, you're getting... Oh, maybe the helmet just goes on the head sculpt. Maybe it's not 2 head sculpts. Oh, I would worry about that getting scratched then. Not a great deal of accessories. The helmets, the hands, a display stand. Is it? What do you mean, is it? If you look at the additional promo photos on the 1/6 kit group, you can see there's photos of this with the Deadpool in the background. It's totally from the movie, Ash. How are you not? You're the Deadpool guy. I love collecting 1/6 scale, but personally not enough to use resellers. If it's not a reputable business like Sideshow Pop Culture, I'm missing out, and I'm fine with it. Yeah. Look, I think that way you're never really going to get ripped off or disappointed. Jug. Well, I mean, third-party figure names are half the fun. Like, sometimes the names are, like, the best part of a third-party figure. I thought it was hilarious. Just call him Jug. We can't say Juggernaut, but we'll just call him Jug. EIT 19. Okay, so they've released 18 other figures then by the sounds of it. I've never heard of this company, as I say, not going to lie. The body looks like it has nice proportions. It's quite a big body, which is good, muscular. It looks nice. Looks nice. It's good to see that some third-party companies are filling in. We saw the Cassandra Nova. There's so many character names. And then we're getting Juggernaut here. No Gambit or Elektra yet. I do not know what's up with that. The paint apps look not bad. Yeah, I think so too, Punisher. I think this is looking pretty good. Third company with the funniest names. They have the best names. I love third-party figure names. The movie canon's here. Hi, Helen. Hello to you. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. It's a stand-in. It's still from Deadpool, Ash. I thought this would make you happy. Goodness. Hard to please. Hard to please. All right. So I feel like third-party news is pretty slim pickings. So I was quite happy to see this and it be something from a movie, because sometimes third-party things are completely random. So I thought I'd include this. I thought it would make Ash happy. I don't think it has. So lol to me. Guys, JND, Kojin Works. JND, the best figure brand company ever. Just ask them. Just ask them. But I got excited because they're teasing John Wick. And do I think Kojin Works is a line for me? Probably not. Their pricing is a lot. And to date, nothing has grabbed me enough to want to buy it. You're sweet, Helen. I'm sweet like a stroopwafel, Ash. Like, I'm lovely. No joking. They posted this teaser video. So we didn't get a lot of a close look at the figure, but I'm interested to see what they do. And I do feel like it's nice to see the InArts and the JNDs doing something that's not Harry Potter or the Dark Knight trilogy. Like, I do like to see that they're doing something a little bit different. So I'm keen to see what they produce. Which movie is it from? For me, when I was going through these screenshots, if you look at the photos on the left and the right, to me, it looks like there's 2 different hairstyles. So might we get the sort of slicked back hair look from like the second movie? Because we know JND, they like to do product A, B, and C. So might there be a 2-pack with a couple of different looks? I don't know. Do I think Bob Dylan's going to order all of these? Yes. Yes, I do. I don't know where Bob is today, but if you're watching, hello, Bob. It's funny they couldn't get Vinnie Jones back, so this Juggernaut already looked third party. Well, it is what it is. I can't control that, but I mean, I thought it was interesting that someone decided to make it. It's one of those things where it's like, who do you think they're going to make from this movie? I guess because it's a simple outfit, maybe. Maybe if there was more to the tailoring, they wouldn't have. Maybe there was like a off-the-shelf body they could use and it just became easy. But yeah. Ash doesn't even remember it. That's how third party it was. Bobby would be all over this for sure. Yeah, I think he will be. So yeah, as I said, I don't think it's for me, but I'm interested to see what they do. And as I said, I like to see that they're doing some different IPs. I do kind of think InArt should have gotten on top of this ages ago. I think John Wick is so popular. And I even like the Kit Bash parts, like when they get parted up at Toy Anxiety, those parts for John just get sold out so quickly. So let me know. Like, does anybody have like I know Bob had the JND Joker, cousin Anthony's got the JND Joker. Has anybody pre-ordered? Are they interested in this? Have you pre-ordered any of their other figures? I do think the Catwoman, the Anne Hathaway Catwoman did look nice. I thought the likeness looked pretty good. I just don't know that I needed all the maid and other stuff that was there. So this is what gets me. Like some of these kits or sets, they're a bit over the top. And I feel like probably a little bit the same with Jazz Inc. Like, do I need 9 umbrellas and all that? Maybe not. So they're trying to make it very deluxe. Fair enough. But I don't know that everyone needs all the accessories all the time. Kojin works from the company who can't see the light of day. I just get so put off by their attitude. Yeah, look, it's a lot of pride at JND, and they've got a JND live stream coming up, I think next week. So it'll be interesting to see what news they do share. And like sometimes with those streams, they don't leave them up. So if you don't watch them live, you do not get to see them. So it will be interesting to see if they have much more to share on Kojin Works. I have all the Kojin JND Studios 6-scale figures on pre-order. Okay, that's cool. Keith says, I'm excited to see what JND does with this character, but I don't think I like John Wick that much that I'd be willing to pay $1,000 plus for the figure. Look, that's fair enough, Keith. And this is the thing, like, it's interesting because there's not been a lot of official figures, but I feel like there's been a lot of customizers who have done the head sculpts, and certainly Topo and other companies that are tackling the suits. So I know for me, I've put together a couple of Kit Bash John Wick figures. If you're happy with the Topo bodies, I wasn't. All you're having to do is supply head sculpt and it's done. For me, I actually went and bought additional John Wick bodies. One pair of shoes. I need to find another pair of shoes. So I was able to do the body swap. So what was the body? Maybe the body was like 40 US. The Topo set I had, head sculpts I had. What I put together, like I'm happy with, and it would be a lot cheaper than this. It just depends, like, does the silicone matter to you? Does, seamless matter to you? Does rooted hair matter to you? I don't know. Like, these are questions that I think are very subjective, and it depends on the collector. I know for me, yeah, dropping like $1,000 US on one action figure, I don't know that I'd ever do that because, the exchange rate also sucks, but I feel like the character would have to be really, like, significant to me in some way. And maybe the scenario, it's this only one that's ever going to be made. Like, in a situation like this where I have 3 John Wicks and I put 2 together myself relatively easily, I don't know I feel as compelled. But I am interested to see what they do. And I'm also personally interested to see if Hot Toys makes anything from the ballerina movie later this year. Like, I really hope that they can build out a few more characters from that John Wick universe. I'd rather get the Prime 1 and Blitzway John Wick over JND's. Theirs looks better. Okay, is that a statue though? Because I remember Bob had said that the likeness on the JND Wick statue was like needed some improving. So hopefully with this Kojin Works figure, they make some tweaks and improve on it. So we'll wait and see what they show us. But I mean, this would be the first, if I'm remembering correctly, the first non-Dark Knight and non-Harry Potter figure from Kojin Works. As I said, if nothing else, it's nice to see that they're branching out to some different IPs and doing something that InArt isn't already doing. Speaking of InArt, this guy went up for pre-order about 2 hours ago. Severus Snape, Alan Rickman, RIP, wonderful actor. And this figure looks beautiful. It looks absolutely beautiful. Just quickly, I'm hoping Hot Toys make both John Wick and her from the ballerina film. Me too. I want to build out that universe. It's a quarter scale statue. Okay, cool. I have most of the third scale statues as well. The Stellar Blade set is Chef's Kiss. Okay, interesting. Severus Snape. Just up for pre-order. Not a global license, so a lot of people may be having to go through resellers. So on the InArt website, and interesting, this is only available as a rooted figure. They are not offering sculpted, and this figure is from Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. So the figures of the kids have been from Philosopher's Stone, as it was known in the rest of the world, Sorcerer's Stone, as it was known in the US. So on the InArt website, it is $360 US plus postage. On 1/6 kit, it was $408 US, including postage. And on the Pop Culture website, it's $416 US for international buyers. That would be with excluding postage. For Australian buyers, that would be $650 Australian with postage. And if you are a regular with Pop Culture, you can use reward points to get a little bit of a discount. Something to consider, depending on, if you're an Australian and you can get that free postage, why not get cheeky little discount on Severus Snape? But yeah, guys, people had said InArt, they've been a bit quiet. What's going on? What are they doing next? And I wasn't expecting this. I think it is a beautiful looking figure. As I said, they're just doing one SKU of this with the rooted head sculpt. There's not big diorama backdrops. So it'll be interesting to see how quick this is to produce. I believe the release is Q1 or Q2 2026. But it looks beautiful. Those prices sound decent for a figure of this quality. That's what I thought too. When I looked up, because the Ron Weasley figure is still up on the Popcorn website, and when I looked at the prices for Ron, particularly considering it's a much smaller figure, given it's a child, the pricing on this did feel pretty reasonable to me. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like it's quite a good one. The Snape is going to be another chase like Gandalf. Definitely not one to be missed out on. Yeah, look, I think if you're collecting this Harry Potter line, this is a beautiful figure to have. RIP Alan Rickman. That being said, this figure isn't for me. I've seen all the films a billion times and read the books in school. I'm the same, Mitchell. I've read all the books. I've watched the movie. I lined up to buy books. I've just never felt like I needed merchandise from the IP. But I can appreciate them. I think InArt's done a pretty good job with these figures. So we've got Snape here. He's got his robes. He's got his wand. We've got a more of a look at the outfit. Looks really nicely tailored. I know someone was trying to already tell them that the suit's not accurate because 6 scale collectors, lol. I think this looks really nice. And then you've got here, like, a look at the outfit without the bit row there and a first sort of close-up of the head sculpt. And I think, like, that's such a spot-on expression for me. That is such a spot-on Snape expression. I think this looks really, really good. Alan Rickman had the best delivery as Snape. I loved listening to him speak. Yeah, me too. He was amazing in the role. Fun fact, Daniel Radcliffe, who played Harry Potter, he used to live near me in London before he became famous. Well, there you go. That's Mitchell's, 1 degree of separation? Alan Rickman was such an underrated British actor. Yeah, I loved him as Snape, and the character of Snape is just so beautifully complex and well played by him. Like, I really, really enjoyed his arc. Costa's here. Kalimera, Costa Tikanis. How you doing? I was watching Costa's live stream last Sunday. I always learn something new about garage display builds because I'm thinking of building another cabinet. And I had been considering getting one of the frame, like the garage shelving units with the flat sort of face. But I learned so much from Costa's videos and the pros and cons about why that's maybe not what the disadvantages are of that against the unit that I use. So Costa, always sharing the knowledge. So thank you, sir. But guys, Severus Snape, he looks so fantastic. And I love the accessories he comes with. As I said, no big diorama backdrop, but that's fair enough. I don't think we necessarily need the potions haul. But you get the cauldron, you get all his little potions things, you get a book, there's a wand. I think you can get him doing some really cool looking stuff. I just love this. I think it looks really good. Like, if InArt can release this looking like these photos, like, bravo to them. It looks really lovely. And I think the nice thing about Snape is his hair was that little bit sort of messy and ruffled up, so it doesn't have to be in some kind of perfect style when it comes out of the box. But even that little furrow, that look. Because even these pictures are quite different, but, like, the photo on the left, I'm almost like, this could be one of those flashback moments where he's thinking of, like, Lily. But then with all the potion stuff, he could be in the classroom being quite defiant. I think it's such a good head sculpt. I really do. Very impressed with this. Oh no, I've gone too far. We don't want to talk about that yet. But guys, I'm interested to know, like, are people collecting this Harry Potter line? Like, what are you thinking of it? I guess I expected if they were the next Harry Potter release, I was kind of expecting that to be Dumbledore, because they have showed that Dumbledore a couple of years ago at a convention. They showed the prototype, and at that point when they showed it, like, it was already looking pretty good. So I'm kind of surprised that we got Snape before Dumbledore. I kind of thought that we'd get Dumbledore first. Tijuana Mike's here. Happy Friday, collectors. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, God. Helen said it's going to be a long stream. You're going to jump on. I don't know. No, Costa says he's at work. Shame, but I have said to Costa, like, if you're around on a Friday, like, you have a standing invitation, let me know. I love chatting to Costa. I got the Harry Potter rooted version after seeing Snape last year. I will pre-order this from a UK seller. Too good to miss out. That's cool. InArt need to step it up with their new licenses and characters. It's like waiting for paint to dry, waiting on them. Well, I mean, that's the interesting thing, Mitchell, because in that last live stream that they did on Will's channel, they talked about, like, a lot about Game of Thrones. And if I'm remembering correctly, they said they want Game of Thrones to be their Star Wars. And I'm like, But all you've shown us is like a Daenerys prototype, which didn't look great. It was like what I expect from 3.0, where like the top of their hair was sculpted and the bottom was rooted. Like that's not what I expect from premium figures. They've talked about Jon Snow for the longest time. We haven't seen Jon Snow. And it's interesting. If I'm honest with you guys, like I've been looking at my display space and I am running out of room. And I have a Game of Thrones shelf. I only have Ned and Arya and Jon. I think Game of Thrones is the Stark story. And I've actually been looking at that shelf going, is it time for them to go? So they do run the risk that the longer or the more separated we are from Game of Thrones, I'm not sure that the wide appeal of those figures would still be there. And particularly the later seasons, like people did not love those, you know, season 8 in particular. People love that. I wonder, will it endure? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But as I said, for me, I'm questioning the handful of 3.0 Game of Thrones characters I have. I'm thinking my tactic is if I'm not sure about something, I take them out of my display to see if I miss them. And if I don't, they get listed, they get moved on. So yeah, I don't even know, for me, as someone who was really into Game of Thrones, and as I said, like I wanted some of those, didn't want the full line because it's a lot of characters. But even now I'm questioning, do I even still want them? Like I don't know. Don't know. Sorry, Helen, not trying to direct your stream. No, that's fine, Mike. As I said, like I literally was chatting to Costa earlier this week, and I said to him, if you are ever free on a Friday, like you have a standing invite. So no problem at all. I love Costa. I'd absolutely love to have him back on again. It was fun. You said it in a nutshell. Thank you. I'll take a Daenerys. Yeah, I think a lot of people would, but I also think which Daenerys? And I'm guessing you don't want half sculpted, half rooted Daenerys. Because like this is the thing, like I have the 3.0 Arya Stark, like the season 8 version, and that's what they've done. And I feel like that is a very not premium thing to do. Granted, it looks better on Arya than I thought it would. I had really ummed and ahed about getting the figure. And it wasn't till a collector friend locally kind of said, no, I've got it. It's actually really good. It's one of those figures where when you see it in person, it looks better than photos. And granted, I think it does. But I still just feel like that hard sculpted, like if you're dropping InArt prices for a figure, I'm not down. They're most likely going to do earlier seasons for Game of Thrones. Well, I don't know. They're not really telling us much at the moment. 4 to 6 figures late 2026, early 2027, Game of Thrones would still have demand. Look, I think... Sure, I think there'd probably be like particularly the book fans, but I don't know if the general broad appeal would be as high as if the show was still on. And this is always what I thought was interesting, because with 3.0 in those later seasons of Game of Thrones, they were talking about, we're going to do Robb Stark, we're going to do the Mountain, we're going to do all these characters. And then they just didn't. So I don't know if they lost the license. I don't know what happened there, but they were asking people who they wanted to see. They were teasing all these extra figures they were going to do, and none of them ever got done. So it will be interesting. I think I would be a lot more selective now as opposed to previously. I would probably have got the whole line from InArt during the show. Now it may be like my top 5 characters and that's it. I think that's the thing, AJ. I think if the show was still on, you would be, hey, Shuri's just walked in. You might be a bit more wanting to get more characters, whereas now, and as well, I feel like if I had Game of Thrones figures, like, are you making Ned Stark? Because if you're not making Ned Stark, like, I would want him. So it would be interesting to see who they did make. Where are you going? Are you going to say hello? But as I said, I think the way the show ended did put a few people off. And I find it quite interesting because people who were really into Game of Thrones have really not taken to House of the Dragon, which surprises me. I thought, like I've been watching House of the Dragon, I've been enjoying it, but there's a few people I know that were just like, nah, can't do it, not interested. And I was like, okay, fair enough. They basically confirmed they scrapped the season 8 Winterfell Daenerys proto and now are considering a seamless body, bare arm look, and she only looks like that in early seasons 1 to 6. Okay, was that in Will's stream, or have I missed that somewhere else? I don't know if they've done any other streams, to be honest. I feel like I'm a bit out of the streaming loop, but we'll see. And I mean, I do like the fact that they've said they will do more lines now rather than just key figures. I think people want to collect lines, so I do think that's a smart move from them. Ned Stark would make sense because then InArt could roll that head sculpt. Oh goodness, into the bottom. Look, yeah, I mean Lord of the Rings, right? That's another big line for them, right? Both will stream and on their own the same day. Okay, fair enough. I didn't watch their stream there, and I think I had to leave Will streams early because I was on Costa's channel on Points of Articulation, which is my favorite stream to be on. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right. Or just give me is it Boromir from Lord of the Rings, and I'll make it work well. I'm more interested in collecting specific characters, actors' likenesses, as opposed to completing a line or collection. Fair enough. People collect differently. I think their original approach, though, was very, we're going to do the Joker, and then we're going to do Mira, and then we're going to do Black Adam, and then we're going to do, what else they have? Daenerys and Jon. And I think a lot of people, I think a lot of people do want to collect lines from a favorite movie, a favorite TV show, a favorite video game. Like, I get it. Some people, like, I love Keanu Reeves and I just want all the Keanu Reeves figures. Fair enough. I know for me, like, I bought their Joker and I'm like, I want more to go with your Joker. I just don't want one figure from you. Guys, anyway, this Snape figure looks lovely. As I said, if they can get this looking close to these prototype images, I think people are going to be super, super happy with them. I hate it when they don't complete a line. I like to have a group of figures, especially the heroes posed with the villains. I have to feel like that's a lot of people, personally. I mean, that's how I've collected, and am I in the majority minority? I'm not 100% sure. Hi on figures. Hello, nice to be on. Well, nice to have you on with us. Hope you're doing well. I think they should do the main GOT characters like Dany, Jon, Jaime, Tyrion, and Cersei from season 3-4. As long as they make the blue dress Daenerys, I'm happy. Yeah, I think a lot of people like that look for Daenerys, and I'm pretty sure 3-0 butchered that head sculpt pretty badly. So we'll see. But I mean, there's still other things. Like, I think like the Christopher Reeve Superman is another one from InArt that they showed, and a lot of people are waiting for an update on. Like, for me personally, I'm like, when are you going to give me something else from the Dark Knight? Like you said, you're going to do the Dark Knight himself to go with the Joker. There's been talk of Catwoman. Now and then they make it sound like maybe they're considering a Zoe Kravitz Catwoman. Like, that would be of interest to me. I think this is the reality, though. Like, I think we're all coming to realize that this is not a company that's going to be high production as far as releases. I think as well, like collecting can be, I think it has a lot of peaks and troughs, and sometimes I question how long people can wait as well to complete a line. Like if they're going to do a big Game of Thrones line and you're only getting a couple of characters a year and it's going to take many years to get there, will people still be invested and on the journey? I don't know. These are hypothetical questions that I'm wondering. Guys, do I know what this is? No. Are you new? I don't do Star Wars. I call this the space cockroach because that's what it looks like to me. This looks like a cockroach. It's a vehicle for something Star Wars related. Neon Tech BB-8? I don't know. Does Neon Tech BB-8 ride this thing? Anakin? I don't know. But it was released. It's a very interesting looking, I'm guessing, vehicle. As I say, calling it Star Wars cockroach. Come at me. It's very interesting. I'm quite impressed, I have to say, even though I don't do the Star Wars, and Shuri's back to support me emotionally while I'm doing the Star Wars. I am quite impressed with some of the engineering around this. The fact that it can stand on what look like quite thin structural legs. The fact that it's almost like a bit of a transformer that it can then collapse into a smaller ball. Like, to me, this is impressive. As I said, I can appreciate what's gone into the creation of this. Is it for me? No, of course it's not. Is it for Darth Allison? Sure. Is she probably sending me very inflammatory messages that I called this a space cockroach? Very likely. Poor Shuri's walk off. She's probably gone to calm down Allison and gone, look, they're there. I'm here to be your emotional support animal. Calm down. It's not that serious. It's just a YouTube stream. We've got some comments. I think there will always be some character or actor from a show, movie that is a personal favorite, but not popular enough to warrant a figure. So how deep down the rabbit hole to go? That's the question. Good one, Helen. I'm assuming that's the space cockroach, which I'm pretty proud of. I do feel like in some pictures this looks like a cockroach. Nice feat of engineering on this, but not for me. Who's buying this? Like, who does this go with? Like, genuinely, who is this? Like, is a figure meant to be in this or not? I have no idea, guys. I thought maybe a figure went in this, but maybe it's not meant to. Is it just like a pew-pew droid? I don't know. I have no idea what this is. I know, Shuri, I'm sorry. Sometimes we have to talk about Star Wars. Collection Obsession is here. Hello, Helen. What methods do you use to sell your figures? Look, my biggest method is to try to be very selective with what I buy, so I don't often have to sell figures because I don't enjoy the process. I personally try to sell locally if I can. I'm sorry, Shuri. You guys can't hear her, but she's making all kinds of noises. So I tend to use Facebook Marketplace, and we have a website in Australia called Gumtree. So I use those because they tend to be more in-person transactions. I like to be in a scenario where the person can inspect the figure, make sure they're happy with it, but also that I get cash in my hand. Because do I trust people with PayPal? Not necessarily. And I feel like eBay is so ridiculous with their fees. And I also get very, whenever I've used it, I get nervous. Like, is someone going to say I sent them a box of socks to get a refund? I also don't like with eBay that I've had a couple of times where people have bought a figure, paid for it, and then gone, I've changed my mind. Can you cancel? And then eBay has stung me with a fee. And I'm like, but they've cancelled as the buyer. Why am I now getting charged a fee? And no matter what I've said to eBay, they don't refund it. So I do try to sell locally if I can, which I appreciate limits me. It takes me a lot longer to sell stuff, but I feel like I've not had those PayPal dramas, those disputes, things like that. So I listed Two Face. Did someone make me a stupid lowball offer? Of course they did. I listed it for like 250 Australian dollars, which I thought was reasonable. It's in great condition. And you always know when they go, hey, mate, because you're not my mate. Hey, mate, would you take 150? No, I would not. And this is why my ad says I'm ignoring offers and people that have previously wasted my time. So, as I said, my biggest thing is to be really mindful of what I buy, because I don't want to be in this loop if I've bought stuff and I don't have space and I have to sell it. So I try to be very mindful of what I buy. And I was not going to do Dark Knight 2.0 for the longest time. And now I'm questioning my life decisions. Part of me was like, do I just keep them? But I thought, you know what? I'll list them. I'll list Two Face. I'll see what happens. I have like the DX11 and the DX1. I'm like, do I just put them back in the box? Like, is that... So yeah, I don't know if I've really helped you answer that question, but that's what I do. The thing is, how fragile is this? Great question. Don't know. And this is my thing, like with time, will the legs still be able to support it? Like, is there mechanism through which, is there screws that you can view that you can tighten? Because I think for something like this, I would probably want that. Jar Jar Binks, I don't think so. Like, I don't know much about Star Wars, but I don't think... I call him Jarhead Binks. I don't think Jarhead Binks is fitting in there. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this is when I get it in hand. Oh, you're getting it, AJ. Oh, I'll be interested to hear what you think. Hopefully it doesn't explode on touch, but Hot Toys does well with engineering Iron Man figures. So we'll see. MRC will show us. Yeah, no, Reagan will show us. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Yes, it's a pew. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. Helen, you and I are probably the only ones that get cockroach. Really? Do they not say cockroach in other parts of the world? And it's funny because Darth Allison wanted the space cockroach. And I said, why are you going to pay for that? Like, I can just send Shuri outside and she could probably find you some cockroaches for free. You don't need this. You don't need this at all. What figures do you have coming that you are most excited for? Okay. Goodness, there's a few. Endgame Scarlet Witch is one I'm super excited for my A-Force display. I hope that gets released soon, because with the current delays to Australia, I need it to release now to make sure I can get it for Christmas. Endgame Wanda, definitely. I was looking for Civil War Scarlet Witch for so many years and either couldn't find it, or when I found it, it was damaged. And despite being damaged, people wanted a king's ransom. So I'm super excited for that. I'm still waiting for the DX32 Heath Ledger Joker. So even though I have like 9 Heath Ledger Jokers, I am very excited about that because I've already seen it in Hong Kong and I know how good it is. And I'd also say I'm pretty sure it's meant to come out this year. Probably the Batman Returns Michael Keaton figure. I've always admired that, and I never had it. So the chance to get the 2.0, I'm really excited about. And it's another figure for my 89 to 97 shelf, as I'm calling it. But yeah, I'm going to limit it to those 3 for now. But yeah, those 3 are 3 I'm really looking forward to. And Wanda, just to see the final like product, like how is that going to come out? I'm just getting the sculpted version, which I'm fine with, but yeah, I've wanted that version of Wanda for the longest time. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. Yes, that answers my question. Thanks. Thank you. Because sometimes I worry I ramble and I'm like, did I get to a point? It's a droid, operates on its own. Oh, there you go. Go Space Cockroach. You don't need anybody. You're independent. That's amazing. Star Wars. Pew pew. Guys, and Howie Claus decided to release something not Star Wars. And did Helen laugh when people were like, but where are the episode 3 figures? And I'm like, have you not had enough? Have this past month not been dominated by Star Wars enough for you? Clearly no. So what does Helen do to amuse herself now to the Hot Toy Star Wars posts? I'm posting photos of Okoye. I'm also doing a crying reaction to the post because this is how I entertain myself. But Howie Claus gave us Indiana Jones this week, which I thought was really lovely of him. From one of the newer movies. Have I seen Indiana Jones? No, of course I haven't. Don't be silly. My mum loves Indiana Jones. I've probably seen one on TV, but I don't particularly remember them. My mum loves them, and I've actually bought her the DVDs. So hilariously, have bought the DVDs, haven't watched them. I think this looks really nice. It's a genuine leather jacket, which we love, right? Like, we don't want pleather, we don't want flaking. We don't want faking either. But I look at this and go, looks like grumpy old Harrison Ford, tick in the box. I think the likeness is really nice. As I said, real brown leather jacket. We'll take that. That looks really good. As I said, I like this head sculpt. I think I know exactly who this is. We know with the blogger photos, there can be some variances in lighting. So some of them I felt were lit better than others. I've tried to pick the photos that I think best show the character, or the figure, I should say. I think it looks nice. I'm keen to know, are people getting this? Do you have Indiana Jones? Are you looking forward to it? What's your view on Indy? Let me know. As I said, like, I looked at this close-up of this head sculpt and I was like, I don't want to see people going, who is this? I don't know who this is. Is this Harrison Holden? It's not Harrison Ford. Ha ha ha. And it comes with a ton of cool accessories, which is really nice. Like, I love this diorama base. Like, is it, like, I mean, you're going to have to allow a bit of space in your cabinet. Like, if you're rocking Detoffs or Bladdens, I don't know that this is fitting in there. But I do think it's cool. You've got the rock diorama base that has, like, you know, the character name on it. I think that's cool. The whip looks like it must have some wire or something in it so it articulates. Like, that's always nice for posing. And it does. It has a lot of interesting accessories and whatnot. So I like it. I think Hot Toys has done a good job with this one. And what more Deadpool? Well, I mean, you got more Deadpool. You got Juggernaut, and you weren't happy about that. So I don't know what you want, Ash. You got Juggernaut. Was never an indie fan, so this is a pass for me. Oh, okay, interesting. Amazing looking figure, but just not the version of indie I want in my collection. Yeah, that's fair enough, Martin. I can see a lot of people preferring something from the earlier movies, and I think we probably saw that a little bit with things like The Matrix. Like, InArt were talking about, oh, we're going to do Matrix Reloaded, and people were like, no, don't do that. Do the earlier movies if you're going to venture into The Matrix. So I can understand sometimes, and it's a bit like that. Like, everybody wants to reinvigorate all these older IPs, and sometimes I'm like, maybe they're best left where they were. We don't need to revisit and redo. Like, have we run out of ideas? Have we got nothing else we can do? That's not Hot Toys. Well, you said I want more Deadpool. You didn't say I want more Hot Toys Deadpool. So now you're shifting the goalposts. You've got Jug. Be happy with Jug. I think people should be happy with Indy as well. As I said, to me, not a figure for me, but I feel like looks cool. I know exactly who this is. Nice base, nice accessories. I don't know that I saw anyone complaining about this, but that said, I was too busy taking screen caps in the William Wang group. I didn't have time to pay attention to other groups. God, I was too busy trying to monitor the drama that was kicking on there. Goodness me. All right. I'm wondering if I can still make this a 2-hour stream. I don't know that I can, but anyway. Actually, maybe I will. The Thunderbolts. Oh my goodness, the Thunderbolts. I'm not going to spoil anything because I appreciate this is still a relatively new movie. I was very fortunate that I saw this on Wednesday last week in Australia. I really enjoyed this movie. I really, really enjoyed this movie. That said, I absolutely, I love Florence Pugh. And I feel like I could probably watch her read the phone book. Seriously. 2 seconds. Oh. One moment, please. So, I don't want to spoil the movie, but Hot Toys gave us a teaser. And did that make me incredibly happy? Yes, it did. Because I needed Howie Claus to show that he still loved me. And this teaser was very interesting. Do I think he's going to make everything, the whole team? Absolutely not. But I thought what I might do is hypothesize who I think has the greatest chance of being made. But let me know, spoiler free. Have you seen the Thunderbolts? Did you enjoy it? I feel like I know Deadpool and Wolverine was a huge movie, and could we debate is that Disney MCU or not? I feel like of the most recent Disney MCU movies, and certainly, are we in phases 6 now? Like, I think across phases 5 and 6, this is up there as one of the best movies to me. I really enjoyed it that much. So guys, let me close some browsers. I have all these other browsers. Why do I have other browsers open? Everything we get now are regurgitations of past ideas. Yeah, and that's what gets me. I feel like sometimes a show or something can end really perfectly, and as much as I miss it, I don't necessarily know that I want them to redo it or 2.0 it or whatever. Yeah. Aaron saying would be cool if they gave us a younger indie. And I mean, I have to wonder, like, they're revisiting things like the Terminator line. Like, would they not redo an older Indiana Jones? I don't know. Ash is saying saw it last Tuesday. Did you like it? I really enjoyed the Thunderbolts. So we got this teaser image, and in theory, we've got Taskmaster, we've got Bucky, we've got Yelena, we've got the Red Guardian, and we have Ghost. For some reason, we do not have John Walker in this image. I do not know why. I'm seeing the Thunderbolts tonight. Oh, awesome. Can't wait. I'm hoping this group doesn't go to the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 route where they don't complete this line. Well, honestly, I don't feel like we're going to get a whole line, but guys, I'm going to get someone to come in and share their views with us. Kalimera Costa, Tikanis.
Hey, hello. I have a little time. It's
getting set up. I don't know.
lunchtime.
I'm so bad at I'm so used to just being on my own. So we'll give Costa a moment to get ready. But what I thought I would do with this section is talk about who I think is most likely to get made. Because I have theories, I have views based on nothing but my own perceptions of things based on experience. Because part of me wondered when I saw this image, is Taskmaster and Bucky older figures? Because the way they've got Bucky and it's his back, I wondered, is this the Winter Soldier figure? Is Taskmaster the older figure? I don't know, because the shape of the body of Taskmaster does look more feminine in this, potentially. Are you ready for us, Costa?
Yeah. I just needed to change the color.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh,
goodness. Is that a me thing or a you thing?
Wait. Hello? Hello? That might be a you thing.
Is it just me? Is it just me who can't hear Costa, or can other people? Technical difficulties.
All right. They can hear me.
Oh, I can hear Costa. Why can't I hear Costa? What is going on? Hang on.
Well, let me hijack this live stream if she can't hear me, but I can talk. How's everybody doing? This is the all Greek live stream. She can't hear me.
It's odd. I can't hear you through my headphones. When I put my PC... Oh, hang on.
You got it? Yeah? Now you're frozen. Wait. Now I can't hear you. I don't think anybody can hear you now. Oh. Why can I not hear you now? Come on, Now you can't hear Helen. Well, welcome to Six Scale Shero's live stream. We will be, this is, like I was saying earlier, this is the only all Greek live stream. Helen and myself. Yeah, and 16J, by the way, he is also Greek. So there's that. We're taking over the 16 community. You guys better be careful out there. But yeah, who's going to be made out of these figures? I don't know. I'm going to say easily Bucky, Red Guardian, and Yelena. What do you think, Helen? Will they make Taskmaster? Taskmaster. No, it's that was.
Goodness, I just changed my settings. Has that improved things?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, that should work now.
Before I came on StreamYard, I set all my audio to the mic, but for some reason, something was defaulting to the computer. So if I turned,
yikes,
I don't know. So I apologize if people are not hearing me well.
That's what that did it. Well, they can hear us both now. I have the same problem because my earpiece is not showing up on StreamYard's list of things, but it's working. So I don't know what they're doing or what's happening. So
I always, because before I come on, I check all the settings and I make sure the audio is all through the mic. And it was odd because when I turned the volume on my speakers, I could hear you through the laptop, but not, I don't know, not through the headphones. Anyway. Bizarre. Finally got there to GWO.
We're here.
And everyone's happy to see you. It's Costa. Absolutely. Absolutely. We love having Costa.
I want to pose something to the chat. Who the heck should I get Snape from? Should I stick with 1/6 kit? Like, I don't know what's going to happen next year. Shit, the whole world might be gone by then. You never know with the way things are going. So I think I'm going to go with 1/6 kit, but Kit has a 2-week pause on sending stuff here. And I have stuff that is ordered through him, but I do not know if I should. I mean, I could go to Pop Culture. They have them up too. I can grab them from them or Spec Fiction. But should I stay with Kit? I want to. He's been good to me. But anyway, Thunderbolts. I have not seen it. Just no spoilers, please.
Oh, okay. No. We're spoiler-free
I'm gonna have
chat.
to go by myself. Because I am the only Marvel person left in this family. I used to take I used to take one of my kids every year. Every time there was a Marvel movie out, they would come with me because they loved it. And now they are in a different place in life, graduated college. I asked them to go see, Captain America with me. And they said, nah, I don't think I'm into that anymore. I was like, wow, 10 years of going to the thing. So I will be going by myself.
I went by myself. Well, I often go by myself like a sado, and it's fine.
Well, I don't have a problem with it. I know, what do you call it? Star Wars, my wife loves Star Wars, so she'll go with me for that. She used to be into the Marvel universe, but it got too much. So,
and I think that's been the tricky thing, that people feel like they have to have seen and done all this homework. That I feel like I enjoyed this, but like I have a friend who has seen some things, but I'm almost like, oh, could I recommend it to her? Because if she hasn't seen all the other stuff, is it going to make as much sense? Because I was like, oh, I don't feel like you need a lot of history, but I'm like, oh, maybe you do. And I feel like that's what's making it harder with some of this other Marvel stuff, is it's like for new people coming in, do they feel as, yeah, I can just watch this one thing, and are they going to understand the story? Because I think of something like Multiverse of Madness, and if you hadn't seen WandaVision, you'd be like, what the hell happened to her? I thought she was an Avenger. Why is she now evil? You know what I mean? It's tricky. It's a tricky one. But let me know once you see the movie what you think. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Well, I'm gonna try to go this week because I keep on getting stuff.
Yeah, it's hard.
See stuff. Yeah. I'm normally on the first
surprised.
day.
I try to see it like something I really want to see. I try to go day one because I just don't trust people on the internet to not spoil things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I don't think we're getting the whole team.
Do we? We only gotten the whole team a couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
So I feel most likely is Yelena and Alexei. I feel like these are my top candidates. If they're making, this is it. I feel like, Florence Pugh is just an absolute scene stealer in every Marvel thing she's been in. Amazing. And I feel like she's an amazing lead actress. So I'm calling her a lead actress in this. I know it's an ensemble thing, but amazing in this. I totally think Florence. And we've had them tease Red Guardian in the past, like with the Black Widow movie figures. We did see a bit of a look at him, didn't get made. And I feel like, particularly because he is a character that could go in a Black Widow display or a Thunderbolts display, I feel like they'll do Alexei. So for me, I feel like these are 100% getting made. So then my maybes list, like if the movie does well and Howie Claus is feeling generous, I have Ghost and Walker. I feel like if they do more of the team, I feel like these are the next two most likely characters.
He's not even in the picture.
What do you mean?
U.S. Agent is not in the group picture from what I...
No, and that was my thing, because the Hot Toys picture didn't even have him in it, which surprised me, because I was like, because it even had a thing going, prototype shown, but there was a part of me that I was trying to study this Bucky figure, and I'm so convinced it's the Falcon and the Winter Soldier version, because he's not wearing something sleeveless where you see the full mechanical arm. I'm sorry if that's a spoiler. And that's what I wondered. Are these older figures being used? Because that Falcon and the Winter Soldier figure, like, it's sitting around. Like, that's $199 US in Australian on Pop Culture. Like, that's a bargain bin figure. So there's a part of me that was like, are they going to do another Bucky? Because he's not Winter Soldier as such. And as much as people like Bucky, does a Bucky figure not sell as well as a full-on Winter Soldier figure? But yeah, that's what got me. I was very surprised. US agent not in the group picture, but I feel like if they're going to go beyond, these would be my next two that I'm thinking would be, I have these in the maybe category. And I can't believe I'm saying this about Bucky. I have these as not getting made. I don't know that the outfit we see Bucky in is toyetic enough and interesting enough. For me, I feel like this look for Bucky, you could pick up that Falcon and the Winter Soldier version, and you could kit bash like a black t-shirt and get him looking close enough.
You would need longer hair though. You'd need the sculpt would need to be fixed because he has the really short hair on the Falcon and Winter Soldier. So they could still make this because they have made a lot of him, so they wouldn't have to do too much maybe to work on the head sculpt to get the facial features. A lot of painting there to get that beard going. But yeah, I think I'm in the same boat as you, but I think that Bucky might be part of that in with Yelena and Alexei for the definitely to be made. And then everybody else is like maybe.
So you're saying maybe. A big three?
Yeah, I mean, because they've done like how much do they have to do with any of the other like the Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier outfit? You have, or the body, you keep the body, you throw on the t-shirt, maybe you throw on a seamless arm, like if you're going for like this picture.
Would be nice.
Don't make it artisan Hot Toys with the hair, please. I don't need another limited edition. Please. I'm done.
I hear you. I heard your rant.
Limited edition. Did you?
Yeah, I was actually, I said earlier in the stream, I was trying to sort out my space in this room because I had the 89 Batmobile box in that corner for ages. So I had your stream on and I was in this room like playing Jenga with all my Hot Toys boxes so I could make room for the Batmobile box to no longer be here. So I had your stream. You kept me company while I was sorting out my box fetish.
Yeah, I try to be hey, box fetish. Remember that. Come buy a t-shirt from my channel. Yeah. Box fetish. Anyway, I hope I'm entertaining on there. I'm trying to start the stream's evolving into something different. So I'm trying to mix, the toys and the display stuff together. And I'm actually thinking about doing an all Randall panel show. Like Randall's the host of the panel show. So I don't know. I'm still trying to think about bringing back points of articulation. Probably what I could do is like 1 week it's points of articulation, and then the next week it's Randall and his having people on to talk about to talk about stuff. Ash Chase box fetish. Come on. You don't come to my stream, sir, or my channel, or you'd know I have a box fetish t-shirts and stuff. And they look, I don't know. I don't have, I wish I had one on, but this is my a concert shirt. But yeah, so if I do bring back points, obviously I will see if you're available or whenever you're available. Because it looks like Sunday nights are the only time I can think of that I wouldn't be like running into somebody at the moment. Because I don't want to step on people's toes that I know.
It's hard. Like, and this is like particularly for me with the time difference and stuff. So I kind of just got lucky that I just stepped into the old Collectors Unite time, and no one seems to be doing that. But it is tricky because there's times where I've had unboxings and I've gone, oh, do I do that a different day and time? And I feel like there's so many people and I'm so not aware of who does what. And some people do take it as a, like you're dissing them. And I'm like, well, dude, I don't, like, I'm not. No,
Well,
it's just what time works for you that you can do it. Like that's half the time. That's the battle.
I think in the future though, I think I am going to be like, this is the only time I can do it. If I don't have that many people come on, then, you know, so be it. But you know, if it's the only time I can do it, it's the only time I can do it. So I try to do the one stream on Saturday afternoons, because, you know, I have time and stuff. But yeah. Anyway, aren't these guys the new Avengers now? That got
I'm stunned at how quickly they have been revealing that. I've seen like Florence Pugh share stuff on her Instagram. I've seen videos of Sebastian Stan, and I really didn't think, like literally a week after release, they would be so out there with it. Like I really thought they'd give people a few weeks to get to the cinema and see it. I was really, really surprised at how quickly they wanted to get that name out there, because I'm like, that's
at least,
yeah.
I mean, it's what do you call it? It's okay. Like, it's, to me, I don't feel like that's a spoiler. We knew that something was coming with you know, with what they were with the asterisks. So I know in the beginning they called it not the Avengers.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because they're like, the asterisk means not the... Here. There you go. It's a box. I came up with this because people were so into their shipper boxes that I was like, these people have a box fetish. Like they're gonna like put the box next to them in bed, and they're gonna, you know, caress it and love it. And I'm like, it's just a brown cardboard box, people. You don't need it, and you don't need to buy one, because I saw somebody was trying to buy it like years ago, trying to buy the shipper.
Oh wow!
Shippers are only available through Sideshow and outside of Asia. Inside of Asia, there's no shipper box. So
well, I mean, I bought 3 figures from between Toy Hunters and I think it was Rebel Base, and no shipper. Like, it's just, here you go. It's the art box, and it has like the thin plastic bag that you have then within the shipper. Like, that's what it is. And I laugh because when people want to buy something and they're like, must include the shipper, I'm like, dude, really? Yeah. And this is why I hate selling, because I feel like I have to get so minute of like, the box has this little rip in case that upsets you and triggers something.
Here's how I feel. Like, this isn't an in-box collecting thing. Like, you're not going to keep it in the box forever. It's an out-of-the-box thing. The boxes, I mean, if you sell it, I guess it's necessary to have the art box or whatever. I'm going to be getting rid of all of my boxes. I don't like... Oh. Also, anything that I have and I die, my family is going to, like, donate it to like Goodwill. They don't, you never know. One day this stuff might not be worth shit. Like, something might happen in the world and this doesn't mean anything. Also, Deadpool in a red suit. You are a dirty, dirty person, but hey, you're Deadpool. Yeah, baby.
Goodness me. Well, it's funny though, because like because I have some duplicates of figures, so I threw out the duplicate boxes because I was like, come on. But when it comes to the vehicles, and they're the biggest boxes, my biggest thing is like, I don't see myself selling them, but I'm like, if I moved house, I would hate to think I've maybe damaged it because I didn't have the most secure way to transport it. So that's my thinking of, if I moved house or something happened, I'd want to be able to transport it in the big foam thing it came with. Like, standard figures, I feel like it's much easier to move around. But things like the tumblers and whatnot with their little fins, I'm like, I don't know that I want to be transporting that loose.
Those are gone. I got rid of my vehicle boxes. I live
Oh, wow.
where I live in the city of Philadelphia. So like space is a premium, and those boxes are massive. And so there's really no real room to put them in, or to have them around here. Like you see my pile of boxes right there. So yeah, I'm just, yeah. I mean, if we move, which at the moment I don't see us like moving ever, but yeah, yeah. Go Birds, Mike. Go Birds. Hello,
Yeah,
S Beam. I see S Beam there.
Oh, I loved this comment. An all Randall show equals demonetized.
Maybe, probably, most likely. Also, I will
Hello,
have to
S-Beam.
warn. I will have to warn the people that are on the panel, because Randall will do roasting. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like I'm gonna be in his mindset. It's not me, guys. It's the performance. So don't take it personally, is what we're gonna try to do. I'm gonna work on it, and we'll see if I can make it happen. The thing is,
it's very
try
LWO. I remember Joel kept asking me to be on LWO, and I was like, why? And I remember one week he asked me, and I was like, no. And I tuned in for a minute, and they were all roasting each other. And I was like, is this the stream you invited me on? He's like, no, we wouldn't have done it if you turned up. I was like, oh, no, this is not.
Yeah.
But Randall's charming. And I'm assuming Randall's also Greek, so he'll look after me, right?
He was named by my youngest, Sophia. I don't know why she picked Randall. I don't know, but that's where he comes from. But yeah, he's got the same last name as the family, so he's
nice. Randall feels like quite an American name to me.
It probably listen. It probably is. It is, although you never know, because you would think that Jason is an American name, but it is not. Jason is one of the Greekest names. So is George. A lot of people don't realize that. So is Cynthia. That's a Greek name. It's another name for Artemis. So yeah, we're taking over the world. We're gonna start. One day we'll figure out a day and time to do an all Greek. We'll do one of these in a different format or something.
Do you know what? I actually, so people probably don't know this, but like in Greek culture, like your name day is a big thing. It's like your saint's day.
Coming up.
I looked up because I was like, if it was on a Friday, I would have been like, dude, we should, because it's Saint Helen and Constantine.
Yeah,
and Costa is a Constantine. Baby. And I was going, when is the 21st of May? Because if it was a Friday, I would have been like, dude, we must stream. It's our yorti. Because my mum is Constantina, so we have the same name day as well. So it's actually quite nice that I typically like take the day off work. I spend it with her. It's like a really nice thing that we can share. Yeah, it's a Wednesday. And I was like, when is it? Like, is it Friday? Could Costa come and stream and we could do like name day live stream? But it's like a Wednesday. And I was like, oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it would have been perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a good time.
Saint Constantine and Helen found the cross, and that's why they're saints, and they're together because they're mother and son. Yeah, mother and son.
We have like the biggest Greek Orthodox church here in Perth is actually Saint Helen and Constantine. Yeah. So it's a thing.
Wow. Yeah. Well, when I went to Greece a couple of years ago, like it was so many Australians, and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize it was that big of a community. I knew Anthony Wiggle was married to a Greek. So
in Melbourne, like I think they say Melbourne has the largest Greek population outside of Athens. That used to be the thing they would say. Even my dad, when my dad emigrated to Australia, he was in Melbourne, and he had like a bunch of like people he knew from the village that were like in Melbourne. So
wow.
It is, and it's funny because I feel like there's Greek people in Perth, but not a huge amount. So if I go out to hear people speak Greek, it's like really odd to
You're
me.
like, whoa.
I remember the first time I went to Melbourne and I was like maybe 16. And I remember I was sitting in like a shopping center and so many people were speaking Greek and I loved that I could understand their conversations. I was like, oh my God, this is great. Like, you don't know that I understand what you're saying. But then I had to be like, dude, like you can't just spend all day like eavesdropping on people's conversations. Like, go do something with your life. But it was so trippy because it would make me stop in my tracks. Because in Perth, if I heard someone speaking Greek, I'd be like, oh, do I know them? Like, because not a huge community. But in Melbourne, it's like you got to learn to block that out because like lots of Greek people.
Well, I once made a mistake. I was at a restaurant in like a booth, and the booth chairs like went up above your head, so you couldn't see, you know, the people behind you or in front of you. So I'm sitting there talking to a friend. This was when I was in high school, and we're talking, and I was giving him like dirty words that he could say in Greek, and next thing you know, the people in the booth behind me are speaking Greek, and I'm like, ah, shit. They heard me explain this whole thing about these Greek dirty words. But yeah,
it's funny.
It was interesting. Like a lot of those Australians ended up going to Heels, and I'm like, what?
Oh,
yeah, where my dad and my dad's from there, but my mom is. They're living there right now for like 8 months out of the year, and then they come and live with me for the rest. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. Wait, hi everybody. Hey, Figurecraft, what's going on? There's my dude, Windman42. How's it going? You guys
I know.
are great. Sorry, we're not
I'm
talking
neglecting
about
the chat.
figures.
I'm sorry.
I'm coming down to my last few minutes. I want to stay on. Like my computer system at work is down.
And, so you're like, cool. I'm just gonna go talk to my friend Helen in Australia.
I'm taking my lunch break now, which I normally don't this early, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing anything when I get back on, and but I have a 1 minute and 30 seconds. But yeah, I wish we're gonna have to figure out a future stream where we can do like a 5-hour stream and just be like, let's go one by one. We're going to go one by one. We're going to answer everybody's questions. We're going to talk about toys and building stuff because we're doing all kinds of building. So yeah.
I know I know I need another cabinet in this room. I just keep changing my mind. Like at one point I was like going to get 2 more of these and like connect them because I know you've used like the open cell foam to push cabinets together.
Yeah, push them together. Yeah.
At the moment, I'm thinking of moving this there and making another garage shelf of the same height as these. So I just need to work out what I want to do. But I just like I just find your streams just I always learn something about it, and I always make a note of okay. If I do another one, like I've got to remember this and I've got to remember that. Because that was the thing when you were talking about the frames that are flat at the front. Because I know I'd said, the profile of these can be tricky, but I hadn't considered what you'd said of actually those like rivets give you somewhere for the magnetic tape to rest on. Because I know I had people go, don't your panels slip? And I'm like, well, no, they don't. And I'm like, actually, that's like a benefit of this construction. So
yeah. And what I tell people who do have the flat fronts, go with the thinnest acrylic, which is 1/16, or it's 2 millimeters.
Yeah.
If you're going by the metric system, and use the 1-inch thick magnetic tape because you get more surface area of magnet, and you'll stop your slipping. And that's what I've done with this cabinet that's right here, that's next to it, and yeah, just that's the key. Make sure you get as much magnet on there and have it as light as possible if you don't want it to slide down. You can do that also with your regular one, the one behind Helen, like exactly like hers, if you want to do it. But yeah, I enjoy. I think going from like, I want to do reviews and I'm going to be the expert in reviews, to the let's go build some stuff. Now we moved into 3D printing.
I saw that. I'm
We
very interested by it.
Yeah, so also if you go into the Discord, we have a Discord where we have a channel for 3D printing. We have a channel for tips and tricks on your display case. If you want to make your background, I know yours looks so good though. Your display cases over there. I'm like, but if you wanted to make it look like the Bat Cave, you can do that. We have some tips on doing that in the Discord.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So one of the guys, Broke Collector, all it is terrarium or like aquarium panels that are rock shaped, and you just glue them on your board.
Because Henry has that, right? 1/6 Syndicate. He has that kind of cool background. He made his himself.
He made his from like scratch. Yeah, but these are like if you don't want to have to deal with that, you want some ready-made stuff.
Because I saw the Star Wars background panel that you had 3D printed. Like that looks really like amazing.
Yeah, I'm still working on it. I gotta paint it and add lights and stuff. But this is just one of several panels I'm gonna make, and they're not all gonna be this light up panel. It's gonna be a mix of like when you see the Death Star, it's gonna look like you're walking down the hallway. But yeah, and Clinton Martin made a Costa case. Thank you. But yeah, I'm trying to. We're leaning into that. We're doing dioramas. One of the guys was like, we should do a monthly print where we print something together. And this month is a couch. Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah.
For Darth Vader to lie on?
For your 1/6 scale figures. Well, yeah, you could do it for like Darth Vader, or you can make it for whatever you want. But if you would allow me, if I could put the link to the Discord in the chat.
Oh, please do. Absolutely.
And then,
for sure.
If people want to join, they can join.
Do it.
I've
never used Discord, and I don't know. Maybe this is such a noob question. Is it like a chat room that you go on at any time and people will be there, or is it like scheduled meetups that people go at a specific day and time?
It's a place you go into to you post something. There are different channels, so there's a text-based channels where it's just like messaging.
Oh, it's not all audio. Okay.
Then you can make audio and video channels where we can talk, which I plan on doing. I might do an after show in the Discord after my live stream. Do like a half an hour after show to talk to the guys, to you guys out there. But I have like the channels that are currently there are like announcements that I'll make, and then there's display case tips and tricks, and there are people just throwing out good tips and tricks. And stuff.
For some reason, I thought Discord was 100% audio, so I didn't realize there was. Okay, I need to come check out put the link in because I need to check out your Discord as well. Then I need to come and have a look.
It's
as I said, I thought it was all audio chat. I thought it was all audio chatting. I didn't realize there was so many facets to it.
And we're just a bunch of nerds in there. So bunch of geeks and nerds talking about making our figures look better. It was funny because like I started the 3D printing and a bunch of the guys did not have 3D printers, and now they've bought 3D printers, and we started a whole 3D printing channel. It's crazy.
I googled the one you guys were looking at.
Yeah,
I was looking it up. I was like, oh, how much do these cost? Because I know there's heaps of websites where you can buy the file to then print things yourself.
Yeah. Or there's a lot of free files out there too.
Yeah, and because there's a electronics store where I've bought a lot of the electrical wire for the lighting of my cabinets, and they have them there. And I got talking to a guy because they had all this stuff they'd printed, and there was like little Batman busts and stuff. And the guy was like, yeah, like this website's got all these free files you could. But I was even thinking for figures, like if you broke apart, could you 3D print yourself a new one?
Yeah.
Is that a possibility?
There are scanners now that you could scan the part. There are people, like I have a file for Hot Toys hexagon bases if I wanted to print those.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, most of that is injected molding. This is, this is a messed up print that I'm having problems. I'm new to this, but I'm learning, and I need to slow this printer down because these little spaces are too small, and it's like going too fast, and it's causing problems. But yeah. But
because even those new like ankle pegs that people keep breaking, I'm like, why is someone not 3D printing those and selling them? Like, seriously, I think you could do that.
I am sure somebody out there has them. You could even resin print them, I guess, if you wanted to. They'll be a little bit more brittle, but you could. I mean, I don't understand why nobody sells them on the aftermarket. So that makes no sense. Like, not even 3D print. Why isn't there a Hot Toys, here's a pack of pegs, enjoy,
I've never, even like the display bases, because I feel like because I make my own display bases, I feel like it's still the old oval ones that you find. Like finding blank hexagonal bases, like even when I was over in Hong Kong, I'm like, why can I not find these? Like even for like to do flight stands, because you need like that to be more of the hexagonal base because you need a bigger footprint. And I was like, why are they not as mainstream as a blank figure option than the oval ones? Because the oval ones are quite a dated display stand, if you think about it.
I bought some of those for like the Ghostbusters figures I have, but I'm going to print out the other ones and see how it looks. I mean,
yeah, cool.
But anyway, I have to head out. God, this was awesome. I wish I could do this every Friday.
Or whenever you are available, my friend. Invitation is there. Seriously, like Costa is like one of the nicest guys. He shares information and the stuff he's doing on his channel, and he's giving it away for free. So like, go watch the streams. If you've built a Costa case, and I've said this from day one,
send me.
Why are you not a channel member? Well, send it, but why are you not a channel member? Because when he offered the channel memberships, I saved $1,000 building this. I can give this guy a couple bucks a month to offset the costs of all the stuff he's doing. So when we come skating in afterwards, we have a beautiful finalized blueprint, and we don't have to waste the time and money because Costa's doing all this amazing stuff for us. So subscribe, channel membership if you can. Costa's amazing.
Got a lot of videos in the pipeline that I'm almost finished.
I know you do.
But the best one, my favorite one so far is these printed on, not printed, spray painted on borders.
Yes. I hope there's a tutorial coming on that.
Yeah, there's a tutorial just specifically on this. And in fact, I have like, what's this look like in here? Man, I've got like so many scripts in here. Yeah.
Oh, Winman's saying
it's part of like 8 pages. Yeah, Winman has the printable. Like Winman and I have been chatting for weeks now on this 3D printing stuff. But yeah, these so crisp and clean, and you can have a choice of having the matte side or the glass side. The glass side, you won't have any imperfections whatsoever. But if you do like the matte, you'll be able to do the matte. And the new way of doing magnets for these little cases instead of the the Grail case, which a video is coming separately just for that small Grail case. The big Grail case will be coming later.
Because I have a spare bit of acrylic. So I feel like if I can, because I spray painted some boots. I'm like unlocking all kinds of skills. So I feel like if I can give that painting of the acrylic a go, like I might even redo my front panels on my big display case, because I feel like the printed borders and the painted borders will look very
this
nice.
this is the bigger grill case, but if I could, I'm gonna make a little bit bigger one. If I could turn on the lights, it'd be great. That black bottom for you guys out there, that is acrylic, and there's a light that pops up through there. Yeah, it's called black white acrylic. It's made specially for lighting. So when it's off, it's black, and when it's on, it's colors and whatever you put in there. So I'm excited. We're gonna do all kinds of stuff. And now that the U.S. has made a deal just for cars and aluminum with the UK, maybe we're gonna get cheaper aluminum here. Everything else though is still 10%, but cars and aluminum, we're covered. We don't pay tariffs on those two things, so hopefully we'll be able to get more aluminum and stuff. But anyway,
people are loving the case. People are loving the case.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on. I'm gonna as soon as I have points of articulation back up or the Randall show, I will definitely see if you're available, because you're always a pleasure to have on my show.
Thank you. Likewise. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Hope it's good, even though you have to go to work.
Yeah.
And no, I'm always watching. Oh, are you fancy?
Oh, my wife's company. They have a yearly gala. It's a charity event, and I feel like I'm gonna be all dressed up. I got a haircut. Like
spiffy.
Yeah, I'm gonna look sharp tonight. And mingle with the CEOs and the executives. It's gonna be fantastic.
That's amazing. But let me know when you finally see the Thunderbolts what you thought. And know that definitely. I spend my Sunday mornings with you always, my friend. I'm watching the replay. Aww. Sometimes I'm meal prepping. Sometimes I'm sorting out boxes in this room. But Sundays with Costa is my go.
I will make sure that I'm like with everything. I want to make sure that I'm entertaining for you guys out there. So yeah, any suggestions too. I'm open to suggestions. If there's something you like more than something else, hey, feel free. It's all about you. This is why I do this. It's therapeutic for me, but it's fun to interact with you guys in the chat. So yeah, it's I love it, and I love hanging out with you guys. And again, thank you, Helen, for having me on today. And I will see you guys next time. Or if you want to come by Saturday, probably around between 3 and 5. I don't know. It depends on if I have something to do. I have to move. That has to be moved around. That's why I don't have like a set day for the set time for Saturday. So yeah. Thank you.
Have a good one, mate. See ya.
You too. Bye.
Guys, Costa, always such a freaking pleasure. I absolutely love Costa. He's such a cool dude. I've neglected the chat. Apologies. I'm gonna try to blaze through. Because you guys have turned up and you shared comments with me, and I don't want to ever leave things unread. So, Thunderbolts. I shared my theories on who I thought was most likely to get made. Costa shared his. So I want to see what you guys had to say. So I just need to find where this started, because my goodness, there was a lot of comments. I'm so sorry for that audio issue. Like, I hope the audio was coming through okay. Like, I don't know why StreamYard was not set to where I thought it was. So I hope this stream has been okay, because again, do I know what I'm doing? No, I keep saying that. So Aaron said, so fortunate I saw the Thunderbolts prior to the next phase of marketing, which spoils the asterisk. Yeah, I didn't like that being so soon. I really wasn't a fan of that. Oh yeah, I couldn't hear what he was saying. Goodness. Sorry for those technical difficulties. I'm in the same boat as Costa. I'm not the biggest fan of spec, but I may go that way to avoid possible danger with kit and the tariff. That would be a lot on an InArt figure. So this is about Snape. Yeah, fair enough. And I think this is the tricky thing, like, because that InArt pre-order window, it's generally around a month. will a deal be sorted by then? I don't know. I think if people are feeling a little bit nervous, like you do have a couple of weeks to make your mind up. I don't know how much shipping is from pop culture to the US, so I don't know what that would do to impact on the price. If you have bought from pop culture before and have reward points, you can actually use that to get a discount even on a pre-order figure. So that might help mitigate some of that postage cost. Thunderbolts was amazing and really heartfelt. It was. I really enjoyed it. Because my understanding was this movie is the first property from this, we need to slow down, we need to do less, we need to get a bit more quality. And I think it really made me quite excited for future movies to come. So it was really good. Talking about Costa and the MCU being a family thing. I know, so sad. I go to movies on my own all the time. So for me, it's more odd if I am with someone because I feel like if the movie's on, I don't want to talk, I don't want to know, don't look at your phone, don't anything. So I really have no issue going on my own. Never watched Ant-Man movies as well as Doctor Strange and still enjoyed the movies. Okay. I watched the Thunderbolts 2 days ago and I liked it a lot. Oh, that's really cool. I think Red Guardian will come. Yeah, I think we're getting Alexei. He was teased before, so they've obviously done some development of the figure. So I have to feel like Alexei's coming. If Hot Toys offer Taskmaster, I want the figure to be unmasked. Yeah, that's fair enough. I did like that Taskmaster in the outfit looked like it was a woman this time around. So well done. I don't know. This Taskmaster looks better than the Black Widow version, so I might consider it, but I'll know better after I see the film tonight. Yes, you will. I want Hot Toys to offer the entire team plus Taskmaster. I mean, look, that would be amazing if they did. I just don't feel like they go as deep as they used to. And even Guardians, man, that was like their last go around, like really popular movie, end of that trilogy. And I mean, we didn't get a whole team from that. So they are shooting Doomsday. That's why. I don't know who that comment was. Marvel dropped that reveal 4 days after opening day here in the US, all about the promotion. Yeah, I don't know. I still didn't love that they did that so soon. I was going to say something, but that might be a spoiler, so I'm not going to do that. Art box is one thing, but a shipper, just a regular brown box to ship it in. Well, this is the thing that gets me, Mike, and this is why I don't like having to sell, because people get caught up on, like, I couldn't care less if there's not a shipper box. And if the box has a little bit of damage, I'm probably not going to care about that either. I'm like, is there a box so it can be transported safely? Great. Is it all in good condition? And I'd probably even consider a loose figure if everything was in good condition and I was getting a good price for it. We did say hello to S-Beam, but I don't know if you're still here, S-Beam. But if you are, hello. And I'm digging your new logo. I did notice your new logo recently, and I think it's really awesome. Not sure what the fascination with the shipper box is. I can ship a figure in a much more protective box than the shipper. Having said that, I always get my Sideshow stuff double box for protection. Yeah, that's fair enough. Greece is the foundation of Western culture. Well, Figure Craft, hello, Philly. I'm a bit late. I'm not sure if you're still in the chat, but thank you for coming by. It was so great to have Costa on. I think he's such a cool dude. I did put this up on the screen, Winman, but I think Costa and I were too busy talking to each other because it's been a while since we've done a stream together. I think last time he popped up here might have been the last time we've spoken on video anyway. Seeing lots of people asking where to order the new InArt Snape figure in the US, I feel they are trying to bypass tariffs, but wouldn't that be passed along via any US retailer? Well, I mean, InArt doesn't have distribution in the US. So Spec Fiction, I'm not quite sure how they're getting their stock, if they are like a reseller and how that works. I've never bought from Spec Fiction, so I can't particularly comment on them. I feel like the only thing I tend to hear about them is they take a while to get figures. So this figure has distribution in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. So 1/6 kit is an option. As we said, kit has a bit of a pause on shipping to the US at the moment, while this tariff stuff is getting sorted out. Buying it from Australia, my understanding is the tariffs at the moment are 10%. And someone in the stream earlier did say that they received a figure from Pop Culture and they declared it as being something made in Australia. I can't guarantee that's going to be what continues to happen if you're ordering stuff overseas. So if it was me, honestly, I feel like you've got a 1-month window to pre-order. I'd maybe wait closer to the deadline and then make the best decision you can at that point. I mean, the figure's not releasing till 2026, and who knows where things are going to be at that point. It's just so hard to get a read on these situations, but deals are getting made all the time. So I think that's all you can do. Like, look at the options, consider what the tariffs are, and I think all you can do is make the best decision you can at the time. I think the other thing to be mindful of is this stuff does tend to get in stock. Not huge numbers, but even I saw with Kit, he had Paul Atreides June figures that were available in stock. I've seen with Pop Culture, like when they had their Easter sale, they had the InArt Superman. Because I was like, wow, you could get 20% off that if you wanted it. So there are still options beyond the pre-order window. Just don't order from one man's hobby. Allegedly, they're not great. How are we just home from work? 5:30 p.m. here in the UK. Well, I mean, it's Saturday morning in Australia. It's almost 1 a.m. We're in all the time zones. I'm streaming. I started on my Friday evening, and lol, I probably need to go to bed soon because oh, Costa, I thought Discord was a discourse and thought you guys played frisbee golf. Oh, I don't know what any of that is. But yeah, I didn't realize. I thought Discord was just an audio thing. I didn't realize it also has text. I've seen 3D printable files for wrist pegs and ankle pegs, man, because I mentioned earlier, because I got some John Wick 4 bodies to swap out the Topo bodies for my kit bashers. And the challenge I have is that most 6-scale shoes use the round ball peg, but that's not what Hot Toys are using anymore. So I'm in a bit of a pickle where I keep not finding another pair of shoes from Toy Anxiety. So I'm going, what can I do? Can something be printed? Maybe. I hadn't considered 3D printing. Like, I have a pair of the shoes. Maybe I should see if someone can 3D print them for me and then I can paint the shoes. I'll find files and share the reference of the wrist and foot pegs. That would be cool. Seriously, because I see that with Deadpool. Like, a lot of people talking about breaking the ankle peg. And I'm going, surely someone should be selling them. Costa said, I bought from Pop Culture and my shipping was around $25, but that was a couple years ago. Oh, that's pretty reasonable because, like, when I got my John Wick from Sideshow, they charged me like $90 US, which was crazy. When you convert that to Australian dollars, I was very sad. You need more Star Wars. I don't know that anyone needs more Star Wars, personally. The team would be cool. Great movie. Yeah, I would really like the team. I'm trying not to get my hopes up. And I went, if nothing else, because I freaking love Yelena, and I think even Alexi, because I could have them together. So I'm setting my bar low and hoping Howie Claws will surprise and delight me with many Thunderbolts. Getting all the Thunderbolts from Hot Toys, I think they will will be indicative of how the first figure sells. Well, and this is the thing, because sometimes I wonder, does it depend on the performance of the movie? Does that factor into how deep they go into a line? It's hard to know because Hot Toys works in mysterious ways. So that's what I thought, because this image dropped and I noticed people's first reaction was, where's Walker? And it's actually quite interesting because I did see someone has already put together their own version of the Thunderbolts. I saw this on Instagram. Because quite a few of these figures have been made through third parties. So they had third party Red Guardian, Ghost, and US Agent. And then they had the Hot Toys, the Snowsuit Yelena, which is, not accurate, but it's Yelena, fair enough. The Winter Soldier, Bucky, and the Taskmaster. And I was like, oh, in theory, you could put them together if you were willing to get the third party figures. It was odd though, because the third party Ghost, the undersuit looked like pink, which seemed odd to me. So I don't really know where that came from. I think it was Thunder Toys that made the Ghost figure. And that one I could still find in stock, which surprised me. I don't know how easy it would be to find US Agent or Red Guardian. But there are third-party options there if you so desire. Sleepers for the week. Look, I'm old. Am I weak? Probably. I don't think I'm particularly strong physically. But it's almost 1 a.m. And was I at work all day today? Yes, I was. It's been a long week. But guys, let me know. Particularly guys watching on the replay. Like, engage with me. Talk to me. Keen to know. Thunderbolts, did you watch it? Did you like it? And who of the teams you think we're going to get? Because to recap, this was what I had. I felt like our top 2 contenders, if Hot Toys was only making 2 figures, I think it's Yelena and Alexi. Costa had a big 3. He thinks they're making Yelena, Bucky, and Red Guardian. I don't know. If they go further, who do I think is next most likely? I had US Agent and Ghost. And the 2 I don't think are particularly going to get made are Bucky and Taskmaster. And I know Bucky might be controversial. I'm just not sure about another Bucky figure wearing some relatively simple clothes. I also contemplated, do I get the Falcon and the Winter Soldier version? Because I feel like the bottom half of the outfit, the pants and the boots, look comparable. Black t-shirt. And I have the old Winter Soldier sculpt. It's not 100% the hair, but there's head sculpt options. You could try to track down one of the other head sculpts. Like sometimes these things pop up loose. I feel like there would be a third-party company that would do the Bucky clothing set. I feel like that's the kind of thing that would happen. I own the third-party Ghost. The head sculpt looks quite good. The pink and grey rubber outfit is dyed. Yeah, this is what got me. Like, I was really... The pink was a bit like, oh, because I don't remember it being pink, and it certainly wasn't pink in this movie. So, it's a bit of a bummer. Like, I've got the Thunder Toys. They did the Ragnarok Valkyrie. And I think they did a pretty good job of that. Like, the head sculpt, not perfect, but, like, the outfit, and given Hot Toys was never making it, like, I was very happy with that for the longest time. I was going to keep that in my A-Force display, but then I was in Hong Kong and sales happened, and then I picked up the Love and Thunder Valkyrie. I wasn't sure I was going to buy that figure, but literally for the price they were selling it for, it was like, I think it was like 110 US that I got it for brand new from Toy Hunters. I was like, I'm not walking away from that. Bucky's easy money for Hot Toys as they have the most of the work done already. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they've done Sebastian Stan sculpts, as Costa said, probably a little bit more of a beard on this one, but maybe, as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Costa's prediction was more accurate and that we get Yelena, Bucky, and Red Guardian. It's very likely. I think Hot Toys is waiting to see how the movie performs, which is well, I imagine. I think they'll announce Yelena, Bucky, and Red Guardian. Walker would be awesome, but I'm not hopeful. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because some of those characters like Walker, you could still get it for your Falcon and the Winter Soldier display. So this is where some of those characters could go in, like Red Guardian could go in multiple displays. Ghost could go on multiple displays. US Agent could go into multiple displays. So I'm keen to see what they do end up doing. Thunderbolts saw it opening day, absolutely loved it. Hot Toys is so hard to figure out. Not sure what they will do. 100%. We never know. Bucky with the bike. Well, I mean, that would be cool. I don't know that Hot Toys is going to do a vehicle though, but yeah, Bucky on the bike would be very, very cool. I don't know what isn't in the trailer. I haven't watched trailers, so I hope that wasn't a spoiler. I rewatched Black Adam last week, and I'm surprised they didn't make any other figures from the movie. I've never seen Black Adam. But Hot Toys did like 3 SKUs of him, and I can't remember the company, but didn't someone make, like a third-party company made the the guy with the wings. I'm so sorry. I don't even know what that character's called, but I'm positive a third-party company did do supporting character from that movie. I don't know. Is Black Adam worth watching? I have to be honest. Like I caught up on, I think I've said this already, Aquaman 2 and Blue Beetle on my travels last year, and it really sort of did not inspire me to go back and watch some of these DC movies that I had missed. They were not great. I'd love to see a rooted beard Red Guardian so I could turn the head. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Beards do impact articulation for sure. Heath says in response to Anthony, I think that movie bombed. No, I mean, salves to the Black Adam figures, multiple SKUs didn't perform well from what I recall. I mean, it was a great looking figure, but yeah, this is my understanding. It was like the movie wasn't well received. And I know for me, I wasn't sure about seeing it. And then when you're hearing, oh, it's not great, it's not great, it's not great, I just felt no motivation to see it in the cinema. It was one of those things where it's like, if I see it, I see it. Hawkman. Okay, it was Hawkman. All right. I'm familiar with Hawkman from Legends of Tomorrow, which I appreciate may not be the best adaptation of the character, and it felt like he was in that show for 3 minutes. A third-party Dr. Fate too, because was it Pierce Brosnan? Or am I totally off guard, like off the mark with that one? Did he play Dr. Fate? Because I was positive there was a couple of third-party figures that didn't get made. That did get made. I didn't mind Black Adam. Okay, interesting. Black Adam was entertaining. Yelena Artisan. Oh, I wish. Yeah, because I mean, I'd be down for Yelena Artisan. There was a sculptor, I think is it Scylla, who has shown rendering for Thunderbolts, Bucky, and Yelena head sculpts. And the Yelena head sculpt in particular looks beautiful. It looks really nice. But I don't know that I can start going down that custom route because it's pricey. Yes, it was Pierce. Guys, I know stuff. I know things and stuff. Yelena with moving eyes. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be very nice. Yeah, I'd love another Yelena. I already have 2. I made my own stealth version, which I'm very proud of because I spray painted boots. Did I know what I was doing? No, but someone knew how to spray paint and they told me and I did it and I pulled it off. So I still feel very proud about that. Helen, Black Adam is fine, but in my opinion, it was another typical The Rock movie. It's all about him. Nobody's cooler and tougher than him. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay, understood. Black Adam was a terrible movie. Yeah, I just if I come across it at some point, I'll watch it. I don't think I'd go out of my way to find it and track it down. because Lord knows there's so much content out there and I struggle to keep up at the best of times. All right, guys, it's 1 a.m. Saturday morning. I'm tired. I'm back. I'm sorry I wasn't around last week. Thank you for tuning in. And once again, happy Mother's Day to whoever that is applicable to. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope the people in your life treat you very nicely, not only on Mother's Day, but every day. And I hope that everyone has a safe and happy weekend. Thank you for joining me. And as I said, I'm so sorry if there was any audio issues with the start of this stream, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to keep Friday nights alive because no one else is. Thank you for joining me. As I said, I really appreciate it. My hype man Carlos wasn't here, probably because I made the stream very late. So, I mean, if you've enjoyed it, maybe hit the like button. If you're new, maybe subscribe. If you enjoy my content, channel memberships, I think it's like 99 cents, the lowest thing possible. Because I figure I'm giving people, 6 to 8 hours of streaming entertainment per week, per month? Why not? Spooking myself. I'm very uncomfortable doing it, but it is what it is. Have a good evening. Thank you, Phillycraft. Well, more of Figurecraft. Phillycraft. That's a nice hybrid. Figurecraft. Well, morning, but good morning, afternoon, and evening to everyone. It's now good morning for me. Just 5 more minutes. Dude, it's we've just cracked 3 hours. Seriously, like 3 hours is a lot when it's 1 a.m. Thanks, Helen. You're welcome, Anthony Stanfield. Thank you for coming by, as always. Clinton, thanks for the stream. Have a great weekend. You too. Thanks, Helen. 3 hour stream. Strong work. Happy weekend and Mother's Day. Well, I'm a mother to Shuri. Does that count? Christian made an appearance in last week's LWO. Yeah, Bob mentioned that to me. I just don't know that LWO is particularly a stream for women, so I didn't see it. But no, it's good to see that Christian's kicking around. I hope that he and Joelle are doing really well. Like, I just know they had a lot of stuff happening, so they stepped back from YouTube. But I'm glad to hear Christian's made a reappearance. Talking about Blue Beetle. I don't want to talk about Blue Beetle. Have a good weekend, Helen. Take care. Thank you, Mad Planet. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend, Helen, everyone. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you coming by. 3 a.m. here. Ash, stop showing off. Go pre-order your Juggernaut figure. I can't even get my words out now because it's so late. Costa, bye. Have an amazing weekend. You too, friend. Thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Winman, have a great weekend, everyone. You too, guys. Be safe, be happy, and I will see you next Friday.